Last we left off, the crew of the Valiant, led by Captain Kayasaya and her crewmates Fugler and Bayhorn, ran into a situation of cosmic proportions. After taking Chalkman into surgery to save from his Zutomi's affliction they had within him, stifled by the intervenence of Q himself. During the surgery, the three Fate Sisters decided to pay them a visit and have some sort of test that if they decide to go down on this path, they would need to prove themselves worthy enough to handle any situations that might occur due to their actions. After defeating the three vestiges of what lays before them, three fates left unknown, they were seemingly transported to some sort of astral sea asteroid. And there themselves, they talked to the amalgamation of all three sisters combined, the Fate herself. Upon asking questions and gaining some realizations and revelations, they were brought back into the doctor's theater room, where the surgery was completed. Some more questions and answers by Fugler to Dr. Daniel about what is that lich and who is that person's identity, seemingly called Vecna, the Archlich. Upon hearing this information, Fugler, Bayhorn, and Finnegan decided it's enough adventure for today. It's time to leave and do some last-minute errands and relax for the rest of the night. Because tomorrow is the big day. The festivities for Queen Aqua herself. You see vendors running around, setting up shops, children, women, men in the streets running around as well. And seemingly what seems to be a pickpocket with some ingenuity and chase the three of you gave. Bayhorn managed to find that it was actually three different kobolds, all using some sort of illusionary magic to pickpocket and get some coins to feed themselves. However, instead of just chasing after them, they went underneath into the sewer system, and he decided to give up chase, but not without reclaiming his own bag that they stole from Fugler, and getting some coin out of it as well. At this point, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You all have left Captain Kayasaya at Chakna's bedside since he's still recovering, at least in the doctor's theater on the crystalline slab. And now you, Fugler, and Bayhorn, and Finnegan's not too far behind. You kind of left him alone after the chase ensued. Tiana Bren is also there with you after picking up her own clothing. So what do you guys do?
What? Huh? Hello?
Yes? Hello?
You cut out for that last part for me. What was it?
I said, what do you guys do?
Weren't me and gambling?
Yeah, I was about to say, weren't me and Cedric gonna go gambling? Let's go gambling! Oh, dang it!
Let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets. Cedric, let's go gambling.
We can go gambling.
Yeah!
Tiana kind
got-
of finishes off her stick of meat, and she just looks at you guys and she says, "You guys gonna be going gambling now?"
Maybe. You wanna join?
Not really. I got some last-minute errands to take care of before the big day tomorrow, and subsequently, I think you guys said we're taking off. We're leaving Bafford either tomorrow or the next day, right?
Soon, yes.
Okay. I got some errands to take care of, but it's nice running into you folks. I'll go ahead and see you two later. I'll probably meet you in the morning at your ship so we could all go to the ball together.
Catch you on the flip side.
All right.
You kind of just see her like throw her garbage away in a trash can somewhere, and she just decides to take off and blends in within the crowd. She starts heading up north. You hear chirping. You hear chirping coming through your comm badge, and you just hear Finnegan. And Finnegan's like, "Hey guys, I'm on foot making my way back to the ship. Decided to do some last-minute things before the ball tomorrow, just in case anything needs to happen or if we need to leave quickly. Just making sure we're all good to go. I'll
Awesome.
see you guys later for dinner."
We'll see you soon, homie.
Are we gambling?
Yes, we are going to gamble. I wish to make money.
Let us go gamble.
Time to go gamble.
Go gambling.
Okay. As you guys make your way through the city streets, passing all of the different districts on your way over to the Emerald Enclave, where the casino's at, where your gambling needs can be acquired and your gambling needs can be satisfied. Is there anything you guys like to make a detour on the way to the Jade Dragon Casino, or are you guys just gonna go straight towards it?
Should we pick up more supplies? I don't remember if they have a shop for weapons and such.
You never really looked around for shops and weapon shops of that nature, but you're assuming with the giant city, there's got to be somewhere where they sell a bunch of weapons.
Probably.
Well, it's already late, so they're probably gonna be closed anyway.
And they're probably going to be closed preparing for party stuff.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right.
If we need to buy some stuff, we can probably do it after the celebration happens tomorrow.
Most likely.
Like, I'm going to assume after the party and stuff, it's going to go back to business as usual, and then we can leave. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, let's take this time to relax and enjoy ourselves before the big celebration. Let's go gambling!
Let's go gambling. All right.
A true American.
To sim this through, we're going to simulate the gambling that's going to happen. I will say you guys make it to the Dragon Jade Casino. You meet the same two orcs out there, and they both begrudgingly ask you for your weapons. And do you guys give up your weapons?
Yes, Cedric, do you give up your weapon?
I store my lightning katana in my bag of holding before even walking in, and then give them the rest of my weapons.
Adrian Everett.
Like comically large arsenal of weapons.
Yes, Preston, what is it?
You can... I was gonna say, whenever I got my hammer, you said I could make the hilt as long or short as I needed it, right?
Yes.
Can I just stuff the hilt up into the head of the hammer?
Yeah, you could. It's not very useful, but you could.
What if you could throw your hammer like a brick?
You could.
I could.
At this point, it's basically a brick with like a little nub on the bottom.
Hold this. I'm gonna hand it to him like a brick.
He kind of like he has to hold it with both hands because it's actually unnaturally heavy to him. He's like, "Oh, this is your weapon? I've seen worse on the battlefield.
What are you judging me?
No, it's just, yes, I am judging.
Bayhorn laughs.
I appreciate your honesty. I'll take that back.
I pick the brick back from him and I put it in my pocket. I don't think I could do much damage with a brick. Just consider it a lucky stone.
I'm surprised you could do any damage with that at all.
He has a mean throwing arm.
You must.
I will give him the Sable Theorem blade I have, and with its scabbard.
Okay, he takes it. He's like, "Thank you," and he writes like a little note. It belongs to you, and he places it over the weapon rack. So,
Note to self: if I need to sneak my hammer anywhere, make it a brick.
pick it over. They're not gonna suspect a thing.
Brick's so
Judge
sneaky.
you so hard.
Anyways, as you guys make your way into the Dragon Jade Casino, the casino is awash with players and servants alike. The Emerald Hall is booming with all the table games are nearly full. People are trying to get that extra bit of coin so they can do their shoppings tomorrow. Most of them fail. You see on the top, like near top set of staircases, you see the Jade Pavilion. You see a bunch of patrons are relaxing and eating. The Ruby Lounge is also filled as well. You smell a bunch of exotics, cocktails being cleaned, and other private games. So you can tell that the Ruby Lounge is more the high rollers side of the casino. There's also the Sapphire Salon. You can like hear a spa going on in there and like a wellness center. You see people getting massages and getting like their beards trimmed and as well like that. There's also a closed off area that as you guys are exploring this big casino, it's adorned with like all sorts of like gold and jewelry filigree. And it on the top in Elvish it says the Diamond Suite. And it's locked behind 2 doors, and in front of it is like this like golem like automaton just like standing guard.
Let's go gamble.
Heck yeah.
I gotta pull up my.
Where do you want to go first, Cedric?
Uh,
What do you want to hit first?
where do you want to go to first?
You want to play some Texas Hold'em?
Why not?
Heck yeah.
Hold'em.
All right,
Some
so
Arisire Hold'em.
Arisire Hold'em.
They don't know what Texas is.
What's Texas?
What is that?
Sounds like a
What do you-
magical place.
Sounds like very magical.
I mean,
I mean,
there's some kind of magic over here.
yeah, it's pretty magical that everyone
Yeah.
has a secret range weapon up their pants.
Every house on the block has a ranged weapon. You just don't
Exactly.
see it.
All right, so what do you guys want to play? You guys want to play Gip, Liar's Dice, Timora's Spinner, 21, or Hand of Fate?
Is Timora's Spinner the roulette table?
Yes, it's roulette.
I bet. I'm gonna play a bit of roulette.
Okay,
I will play a round.
so it's a minimum, as of today, since the festivities are going on, it has been raised. The minimum
Oh,
bet has
no.
been raised from 15 to 25 gold.
Okay, that's
I
not that
will
bad.
play a round.
A round. Cedric, don't you have like 700 gold?
No.
You
No.
stingy ass bitch.
More like 1,500.
You stingy ass motherfucker.
Dude, I could actually like double my goals right now if I chose to.
God damn, brother.
Double or nothing.
God, I bet everything. I'll go ahead and toss an extra 5 in there. I'll put 30 in.
25 on 4.
Okay. You see whoever's running the table is a pretty well-dressed human male. Fully buzz cut, but you can tell that he has some battle scarring on top of his head, so you don't really know if he got that from battle or if he got it from some like freak accident. It's pretty deep within his head. Brown eyes, little to no stubble at all. Looks like he tries to keep himself clean shaven for the appearance. He looks at all two of you guys. He looks at the two of you and the rest of the party. All right, no more bets. So write down what you guys put down. What you guys put down each?
45 on 4.
You put 45 on 4?
25.
25
20.
on 4?
25.
I'll put...
Remember our strategy, Preston.
Yeah, no, it's evens and odds. I forgot about that. So I'm going to put 30 on 13.
30 on 13?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm going to roll it off of Finnegan's player sheet.
Finnegan's actually the dealer.
Finnegan,
This is
when
my
did
job.
you start working?
You guys turn around, you guys grab complimentary drinks, you turn around, you see Finnegan in a bow tie and a tuxedo. He's like, hey guys.
Brother, when did you pick up this part-time job?
This looks like a sweet gig.
Huh? Oh, I've had this job for a while. They just let me return. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna roll it to everybody. So we got, as the spinner starts going, you all notice that the spinner like starts to like light up in all different effects and all different colors of the crystalline table, and you see it continuously rolling and rolling and rolling, and then suddenly it is a 3. So,
Man, I almost won so good.
Bayhorn, you lost. Fukler, you won 1.5 of your
So 30
of your
times
30 bet.
1.5. So I got $45 back.
45 gold.
Add 15.
He,
15 gold.
he sweeps off some of the gold and he gives the gold respectively over to the ones who won. All right, any more bets? Any more bets? You see an elf throw some money on like some random number. You see a dwarf like put like 50 gold on like 13 as well because he saw that 13 was like a good number to pit on because you guys won the 3. So
45 gold on 4.
45 on 4.
I'm not ballsy enough for that. 30 on 7.
7.
Yep.
All right. As he lets the spinner go on the table, the roulette table starts going and going, and the time where spinner starts lighting up more. No more bets. As the spinner's going on, it now lands on 9. So Bayhorn, you lost 45.
I'm leaving.
13.
Fukler, you won it again. Another 1.5 of the gold that you put down.
Yeah, D&D Beyond. There you go. Do a bit of math, buddy. So I got 15 more gold coins.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tip dealers? I haven't been to very many casinos, and I have never been to Vegas. Can you tip dealers?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna flip a gold coin over to the dealer.
As
leave.
As you flip it over to him, you see him catch it midair. He gives it like a little bite to make sure it's not fake. And he just like looks at you and he pockets it and he thanks you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make my way over to the blackjack table.
Okay. So 21. Bayhorn, where are you going?
I'm already sitting at the blackjack table. I gave up on it.
Okay. So with the festivities happening, since all the buy-ins are higher, the blackjack table went from 25 to 50 gold pieces buy-in.
Good God!
100 gold.
Alright, I'll do a 50 buy-in.
All right.
God. Good Lord.
All right. So here are the new rules that are revised that I did this.
New.
A player rolls a d20. The dealer, myself, does the same. I keep my first die hidden from everybody. Or each player, including the dealer, then takes turns rolling a number of additional d10s if they want to hit. And of course, all of the dice are face value except for the 1, which could be the ace. It's either 1 or 11. Payout has been increased. The payout for winning players is now 4-2 instead of 3-2.
I got you.
But if the dealer and the player score 21, the player wins their bet back 1-1.
So we roll a d20, and if we want to hit, we roll a d10?
No, you roll 2 d10s.
2 d10s. We roll
So,
2 d10s. Gotcha.
You roll 1 d10 for everybody, and then you roll another d10 in secret.
Okay. So I gotta roll 1 d10 for everybody. Roll to everyone. Then I gotta roll 1 in secret. Okay. I can make this work.
Alright. So, at this point in time, you all see the dealer starts handing out each other's cards. And you see the dealer has 1 card in his hand and face down. And you have another card that's face up. And the card that's faced up is a 10.
Card that's faced up is a 10?
Or not a 10, an 8, sorry.
Okay.
I was looking at Bayhorns and I saw something else.
Gotcha. Hit me.
Hit
So
you?
I'm gonna
roll
roll a d10 for myself.
Yes.
I bust.
You bust?
Yep.
Bayhorn, are you gonna hit yourself? Are you gonna hit?
Minus 50 gold.
Sure. Do I have to roll this to everybody or myself?
Yourself.
Okay, I bust.
You bust.
I'll lay my cards out on the table. I rolled 2 9s, the public 9, and then a private 9, and I rolled a 4. So I busted.
I rolled
the dealer
2 8s
rolled
and
a
6.
The dealer, all he did was have an 8 and a 10. So he had 18. So he didn't bust.
Could have lost anyway.
You see he brings up your coins and divvies up the coins to like a human next to you, and you see another half-elven woman next to you guys, and she takes some money. This gentleman in front of you is like a Triton male. A little bit shorter than most Triton males, greenish blue skin with his fins sticking out of his hair, and he just says, "Another round."
I bet another 100.
Another 100. Okay.
I'm not betting another 100. I'll bet another 50.
All right.
Can end on a loss. Cannon.
So he's going to roll. Roll once to everybody. You rolled a 10, and then 1 in secret.
Ocha.
Still rolled a 10.
Wow, me
You
too.
also rolled a 10.
Dude, 3 10s? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Wait, we don't have aces, right?
There is. Aces are 1s.
Oh, I have 21.
Why would you say that out loud?
Because I automatically win. Unless that's not how this version goes.
You automatically win with 21 because he hit himself again and he busted.
Oh, cool. Usually, whenever you hit
hit,
check automatically, you just tell the dealer.
I'm gonna need another hit.
If you want to hit 21, you can probably get a boost on it.
I'll stop here. I got 17.
17?
Yep. I'll beat the dealer.
Yeah, you beat the dealer. Dealer busted way over 21.
Yeah. I get my 50 gold pieces back. Hot diggity.
You actually get 100 gold pieces.
Wow.
Because of the festivities happening, everything's at a bonus. So you get 100 gold pieces back because you put in 50. Bayhorn, since you put in 100, you're getting back 300.
Nice.
So I will say, as you guys are currently gambling, how long do you guys want to gamble?
I mean, I don't want to gamble much longer. I'm in the positive. I want to make it a break.
Okay. And what about you, Bayhorn?
I want to bleed this casino dry, but I also am in the positive.
All right. Do you guys want to keep playing the same game, or are we gonna? Do you guys want me to sim and let's see how you guys roll and luck?
Oh, what's one of the games we haven't played yet?
You guys haven't played Liar's Dice, Jip, or Hand of Fate.
Okay, Liar's Dice sounds like dice, and I know people bleed money out on that game. Like, I know people, like, just vomit cash on that game. So I'm good. What was the other one? I know one of them was cards, and the other one was... What were the other two, Adrian?
Hand of Fate or Jip.
What's Jip?
So, Jip, a player will roll 2d6. If you roll a 7 or a 12, you win. You can then double your bet to add 1d6 to the total, and the payout for winning players is 3-2.
See Hand of Fate.
Hand of Fate? So
Card
Hand
of
of
Fate.
Fate, you look over at Hand of Fate's table. So, the Hand of Fate, the rules is, a player will roll a d12 and keep their roll a secret. Each player has a chance to raise the bet, call the bet, or fold. This continues till all bets are equal. A d12 is then rolled, which all players can see. Each player has a second chance to raise, call, or fold. A second and final d12 is rolled, and each player gets one last chance to raise, call, or fold. Once all bets are equal, all dice are revealed. The player with the highest combined total of their die and the public dice wins 80% of the pot, 20% going to the casino.
I want to go play poker.
Poker?
I want to go play Hand of Fate.
Yeah, it's just Hand of Fate. Hand of Fate's just poker.
Andrew, you want to go play poker with me?
Sure. I still don't really understand how it works, but I'll play.
Basically, it's
Hand of
poker,
Fate.
but high number win.
Yes.
So we're just adding?
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
So,
If
you guys go over to Hand of Fate, and you see this dwarf sitting on like a stool, is currently like dealing. You see he has like a bunch of like crumbs of like random mishmash of stuff inside of his beard. He's like, all right, Hand of Fate. To the festivities, buy-in is raised from 50 gold to 200 gold buy-in.
oh,
Good.
oh God, jeez.
They're gonna hear that and just kind of... He'll casually walk past the table as if he's looking for something else.
I'm dying. Thanks, sir. I'm good.
It's all right. Have yourself a good day, Dragonborn.
Have yourself a good day, Dwarven, sir. And I am going to walk away from that because that is dangerous. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
dangerous table to be
As
at.
you guys are walking past this table, you see like a mound of gold is sitting like in the middle.
That's a dangerous table to be at, I swear. Would love to win that mound of gold. However,
Preston, if I go in there right now and bet 200 gold, I'm only down 100.
see, all I have is 225. So you can go balls to the wall if you want to.
Oh wait,
That'd be
so
pretty
they
funny.
can raise, can't they? Like, and
They
then you
can.
have to pay that much money?
Then you have to equal it. Yep.
Never mind, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, we're not rich enough for this, Bayhorn.
Nah, I need a Like 10K to do that.
Yeah, I need money.
You are
I don't
looking
get
around due to the festivities happening. With your natural perceptions, you see that the casino's filled with a lot more, how you say, nicer and cleaner type of folk. Not like the people that you saw last time when you guys were here. It seems like whenever the festivities are getting closer and closer to the day of the coronation party, um, it definitely like attracts more rich folk to come out and like play in the public space, if you would say.
Hey, Adrian.
Hmm.
You know how I can wild shape into a snake?
Yeah.
Can I put things in my bag of holding as a snake?
No, your equipment gets transformed with you.
Okay.
Be a little bit silly if a snake was just like dragging around a big old bag.
This is true. I mean, it could have shrunk to like one of its scales.
Eh. That point, you need to be a druid. Is there anything else you guys like to do in the Jade Dragon Casino?
I'm good gambling. I'm done.
I wanna go one more blackjack with 50 gold.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand over him and peek his cards.
All right. So you go over to the 21 table and you see the dealers start doling out cards. He's like, "You want to play?
Yeah, I put down 50 gold.
All right, sit down. Let's play. Go ahead and roll your first D10 reveal. 10. The dealer also has a 10. Now, would you like to keep the next one secret? If you want to like hide it from Fugler, or if you just want to tell him?
I have rolled it already.
You see the dealer is looking at you, and he looks at all the rest of the players around. He's going to roll an insight check to see if he can win this table.
Roll insight check to see.
Yeah, he's trying to look at your faces. He's trying to examine if you guys have good cards or not.
Think of cheese, think of cheese, think of cheese.
Oh, he does not know. He rolled super low.
Oh.
So he's
I
going
want
to
to
take.
inside him.
Go for it.
I'm gonna insight everybody.
Go for it.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a
9?
18. Tell me everybody's secrets.
Fugler, you see that the dealer is confident that he could probably get away with not hitting, but he's under the 17 threshold where it's like he could hit and probably get a better chance.
Yeah, Cedric. Exactly what I
Well,
said.
If he's under the 17 threshold, then he has to hit, right? It's hit till you're at 17 or above.
So he's going to have to hit. You see as he pulls over the other card and he hides it to himself, Fugler, you easily see that his face gets a little bit deflated.
Wow.
Did he lose?
He rolled he got to a 26, so he lose. He busted.
Nice,
He
we all
lose.
win.
Yep. So you win back your not only your 50 gold, but since the winnings payouts are higher, you get 100 gold extra.
And I will stop now. I am done.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys wish to do, or you guys wish to leave the casino?
Basically, all I want to do. Bayhorn, do you have anything else you want to go get before we have to party? Like it's 1999.
I want to go look for magic items and like supplies. But I don't know.
Actually, yeah, I want to see if there's a magic shop somewhere, like an actual magic shop, not a back alley magic shop. I know we went to the what's it called, Amethyst Alley. What's the what was the other place we were? told we could go. There were 2 shopping districts. I feel like we went to the cheaper one.
You went to Amethyst Alley, which is basically the back end, like kind of sleazy part of the town where it's like kind of hidden.
Head
But-
of the black market.
Yeah,
Open place. Yeah.
open place. There's Topaz Terrace that has some stuff. Amethyst Alley, you already know. Go ahead and roll me a history check for the rest that you don't know, because you were told some of these.
I got a 14. I remember
14?
some of them, but not like the brightest.
So you know of Diamond Heights because you've been there, with the Fashion Altier and the Gemstone Emporium. You know of Emerald Enclave, but you don't know what they have there. You've heard of Sapphire Shores that has seaside treasures and some other shops there. Ruby Ridge, you remember that Chakna went with Kayasaya and Needle to go to the Flame and Forge Armory. You've already been to Amethyst Alley. You've heard of Topaz Terrace. You know of Opal Oasis that has like an Artisan Heaven there.
Artisan
Pearl Plaza,
Heaven.
or Artisan Haven, sorry. You also know of Pearl Plaza since you've been there. You've never been to Citrine Crescent, but you've heard of some stuff there that has more like how you say, more books and libraries, more Finnegan style. And you've heard of Obsidian Outskirts, but you've never been to Obsidian Outskirts. It's outside the city.
Obsidian Outskirts sounds fun. It sounds like a place I would get mugged.
You gonna go pick a fight?
I don't want to pick a fight, but if somebody does, we could rob them back.
It's just taking a service fee, in all honesty.
My services are beating people's faces in, and they incited them whenever they tried to rob me. So I'm taking my fee, and they can do nothing about it.
I mean, they are unconscious / dead, so.
So
Where'd you guys like to go?
I follow Fulcler.
oh wow. I wish I had a brochure more than ever now. Could we have gotten a brochure from the doc? We probably could have. God damn it. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Do I still have it on me? I wonder if I do. Adrian?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Adrian, do I still have my adventurer's tablet on me?
You do, actually. You still do.
Let's go!
Oh,
Alright.
you mean our fucking
Yeah, you
our
never
guild card?
you never got rid of them. You just never
Yeah, we
used
still
them.
have them. We haven't gone on a quest in a while.
Yeah, I know we haven't gone on a quest in a while.
Are we
So,
going on a quest? Are we gonna go find a guild?
I mean, we probably could go find a guild, and they could actually give us like a lot of information to where we could buy stuff around the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got Kayasaya to upgrade my guild card to where it has a map because she was being a little silly with those. So I'm gonna look at my guild card and see what options have probably the best magical equipment. Like, which ones have the most magic shops?
Okay, so you're gonna use your guild card for like a
Little bit of map. Yeah.
little bit of
yeah.
a map. So funny enough, since none of you guys have tried this, you open up your guild card and you see the whole entire map that you see on Roll20, but this time a little bit more stylized and more like you see more words being placed on sections. So tell me what you want to look for, and I can tell you where it's on the map.
None of us have tried.
None of you have tried. None of you. I've been
Oh
waiting.
my god. Oh man. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Bayhorn, what shops were you looking for again? Specific?
Magic item.
I'm gonna look to see if I can find something that sounds like magic item shop. Like a magical, like something that'll have what we need.
Got it. So a magical item shop. A few blips happen on your guild card, and they all start like having like the crystalline runic words, which translates to your most common language, which is common. You do see Amethyst Alley is lit up like a beacon, where you see the Mystic Curiosities is there because a lot of people like to bring magical items there. Ruby Ridge has the Flame and Forge Armory. Sapphire Swords, which is up above, and also that bleeds into this like lighthouse type of like situation here. Here,
Okay.
I'll focus ping everyone. So it's up there. So up there, you see two. You see one that says Seaside Treasures, which has a magic item available. There's also another one called Surf's Up.
Rad.
You see Amethyst Alley. You see Opal Oasis has some as well, and Opal Oasis is actually not too far from you. It's a little bit up to the north of you guys, so it's up here.
Up here?
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
You've already been to Polar Plaza, so you kind of just like go around that. There's also Citrine Crescent, which also has some stuff, which is down here.
Okay.
And then the Obsidian Outskirts kind of gives you multiple locations. It seems like every single little bit of like buildings is considered the Obsidian Outskirts that are outside the city walls.
Really? Okay. Strange.
And it tells you on the map where the guild hall is. The guild hall is nestled over here. Move, please. Over here. Come on, map. Work with me here. The guild hall is nestled over here on the bottom left corner. It's in Topaz Terrace. It's like a hilly side, on like up a hill.
Okay. Bayhorn, I'm gonna be honest with you. Amethyst Alley probably is our best bet. Though I don't think we went into every shop there. If we needed something, it would probably be there. However, Ruby Ridge looks promising. Pearl Plaza looks also promising. Let's go to Ruby Ridge.
Sounds good, partner.
Ruby Ridge?
Yes.
All right.
I really want to pull something out of the bag of holding right now.
If you want. You guys are barely leaving the Jade Casino.
I wish after we are in a spot that is less than crowded, like more secluded on the way, I want to pull Animal Grenade and find out what I have.
Good thought.
Homie's gonna spawn an elephant in.
So how are you guys going to get to Ruby Ridge? Are you guys going to walk? Are you guys going to...
I mean, you don't have teleport, do you, Cedric?
Up to 60 feet 8 times.
No, he doesn't have teleport.
Alright, I'm going to say it's going to take you about like 30 minutes to an hour to get to Ruby Ridge. It's not too far from your location.
Yeah, we're gonna casually walk.
Okay. I will say, as you guys are casually walking after you did a little bit of your gambling, about like 2 hours has passed after your gambling and like other escapades. Let's move on as you guys are currently walking. Kai's time.
Mm-hmm.
What are you currently doing right now?
She's kind of sitting with Chakna.
Okay. I will say, as you're currently sitting there with Chakna, about an hour and a half goes by before you start to see him kind of like rouse himself. Like you see his like body starts to move a bit, and like you see him kind of like in a daze, like he's barely waking up from like a very long sleep. Where's where am I again? Oh, that's right. Where's the doctor?
I will look around.
He's not there. He kind of left you guys alone.
He went down into his office.
Got it. What time is it?
What time is it?
You can kind of guess it's about like closer to 4:30ish now.
I tell him that.
All right. He kind of like starts to sit up. You see his wounds have already like healed already. He still has some stitch marks, of course, because they just got in today. But he looks fine. He looks strong. A little bit more color in his skin now that whatever was inside of him is now removed. Ugh, my chest feels tingly, but I feel a lot better now.
I would say you feel a lot better considering you
Yeah,
have
we've
your
got the
What?
What was that?
Ari.
I
I bet.
bet.
sorry guys.
We're he kind of asks around. He's like, where's the rest of the crew? Where'd they go?"
I have no clue.
Well, as long as they're not getting into any trouble,
They haven't called for me, so
that's
I
good.
think they're fine.
He kind of like lays back down a little bit, and you see the crystalline slab is still like pulsating green, so you know it's working. After a few more minutes, Maestro starts to come out with a clipboard in hand uh, and a pencil in the other. He kind of looks around. He's like, "Oh, I see. He's awake then."
Woke up not too long ago.
Chakna, how you feeling? Everything all right? Yeah, everything's all right, Doc. I appreciate it. How bad was it? Oh, it wasn't too bad. Only 7 cysts and some other protrusions starting to go and have some growth within your body, but nothing I can't handle. Anyways, I feel like you are now cleared, at the very least, for light duty work. I know you guys have a ball tomorrow, so I feel like some dancing is going to occur. Take a regular health potion if you need it. I don't have any medications for your affliction. That's why we're still working on the Sylvian elixir. But with some light work and maybe some light tango or some waltz dancing, you should be fine. Got it. Not much of a dancer, but I'll keep that in mind. He kind of sits up and sits on the edge. You see him like grab his shirt and he puts it on. He kind of like wobbles off of the crystalline slab like a patient finally getting out of their bed for the first time in a while, and you see him kind of struggle, but he uprights himself.
She will immediately go to his side so he can lean on her if needed.
He leans on you pretty heavily. He's trying to put up a strong face for the doctor because he hasn't seen him in a while, but you can tell that Chakna's having a little bit of trouble standing up. Well, thank you. I don't know I don't know what we would have done without your help, Doctor. I have to ask, for our sake, and he kind of looks at you, Kaisai. Would you like to come back? And Maestro then rubs his chin a bit. He says, I would love to come back. I would love to parade around the Valiant again and explore the unknown, charter the uncharted. However, I don't have any personal life or connection here. No wife, no husband, no children to deal with. But I do have a duty here. I have a job. It's very important business, and if I were to stay here a little bit longer, finish up my research, I can help a great deal of people here. Now, you know my saying, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And sadly, as much as it pains me to say no and decline your offer, I'm going to have to decline your offer. Queen Aqua needs me. Daniel needs me. And the rest of the people at Erisire, they do. And besides, what's going to happen to this world when the greatest doctor on this planet just leaves?
Who knows? Perhaps you have been an inspiration to others to rise into your place.
You know, funny enough, I have taken on an apprentice. Young orc lad. I'm surprised. Typically, orcs aren't really known for their intelligence. I'm sorry to say, but it is factually correct. Typically, they're more warmongering and barter-like in nature. Herbal medicines, that sorts of thing. But this young fellow, he's been following in my footsteps recently, and I say he's going to make a fine doctor one day, as long as he keeps his head straight. But, anyways, Commander, Captain, I grant you both a adieu and good luck. If I don't see you tomorrow at the ball, just know my heart and my thoughts are with you. I wish you all safe travels, wherever you go. And if you ever need a checkup, always come back. I'll be ready.
Well, we definitely will have to come back. I made an agreement.
Before you go, and he kind of waltz off over to the his upper desk area where he has all of his notes and everything scattered around. You see him kind of bend down and starts to shuffle through some filing cabinets and some other cabinets as well. Oh, where is that thing? He kind of pulls out what looks to be a violin, a mini one. He kind of blows on it and some dust kind of flies off. Here. A memento to remember me by.
He gave you the world's smallest violin.
It's a magical musical piece. Allows the wielder or the owner to be proficient in violin. I used it to practice many times before I moved on to normal violins. And now, I could play sonnets and other types of classical music with ease. And I want you to have this, Captain.
Thank you. I'll see if
I know
someone on the crew wants to try and take up your musical place.
I know it's not useful. It's not useful for combat. It's not really useful for medical healing. But I thought it would be something sentimental. Oh, actually, I do have something that could be more useful. He kind of like grabs a scroll that's like pretty light, tightly wrapped up and inside like a scroll case, and he hands it over to you. Have your husband here to build you one of these, and then he kind of like gives you the scroll and he points over to the crystalline slab.
Wait, we could build that?
Don't
Doesn't
say where you got it. I'll be in very much trouble if anyone were to know that I would give this out willingly. But I thought, it's my old crew, your family to me. Who's going to stop me?
don't we need a larger crystalline for that?
You do, yes. Enough to fit at least a small-sized human person. For any gnomes or dwarves out there. The larger the slab, the better. However, it is very useful. So, what you have, Shelby, write down in your notes, is that you have specifications for a crystalline healing slab. Whoever lays on the slab every hour gets 4d10 healing.
Okay.
So it's meant to be a surgery table device or someone who needs like a rest on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you could put it inside your infirmary room as well.
Cool.
Can we build it to be like a couch?
You could. It's going to be a very hard couch. It's going to be made out of crystalline, but you could.
Mm-hmm.
I like Cedric's idea.
After a battle, you go short rest on the couch.
Cedric, what do you think about that? We could make a futon out of the big old crystalline slab.
It's not going to be very comfortable.
But futon.
But futon.
But futon. That's funny. She will thank him and ask, speaking of crystalline, you wouldn't happen to have one willing to go on an adventure, would you?
Myself? No.
No, crystalline.
Exactly. Myself, I do not have any crystalline in me that I would know.
Oh.
However, there is a devilishly young and mischievous crystalline in the castle that would like to leave, but...
Oh, no. Not... I need one to go into the giant one in the crystalline room.
Ah, that's still operational.
Yeah, I just think I need one more and we can achieve complete astral flight. Yeah.
Well then. I might have something. He kind of like looks around. He kind of like pulls out what looks to be a sending stone, and he kind of talks into it. Dr. Daniel, do you have any crystalline available? Any ones that are be willing to be let go, or ones that you don't need anymore? You hear like about another minute passes, and you see Maestro put the sending stone to his ear. He kind of shakes his head. Sorry, Captain. Looks like even Dr. Daniel doesn't have any crystalline available. I'm sure you'll be able to find one within the city, or if you would, well, since I now know that you have accumulated some sort of bonding or some sort of alliance with the queen herself, you might be able to
I
grab
was
one that
hoping
way.
to persuade her tomorrow if you couldn't have one here.
I wish you all the best of luck.
Um, real quick, just to leave Dr. Daniel with something to think about other than what the poor man had to witness. I was hoping the day after the ball that we could work on the ship with an upgrade.
What kind of upgrade were you looking for?
I was thinking, what if we glyph onto the ship a shield spell?
A warding glyph.
A warding glyph mixed in with shield magic.
That type of magic would be very surmountable. Take some time. I don't see why not. I've seen it in action.
Just something I wanted to leave with him to think about over the next day and how to achieve this idea.
Potentially. I can relay that to him and we'll see what happens.
Hopefully it'll also get his mind off of the fear for him. It looked like he had a lot of fear during the operation.
He's under a lot of stress right now.
Hopefully the project will help pull it away.
He's got a lot of projects to begin with. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't see why I couldn't tell you. Some of the experiments we've been doing have been extreme. And sadly, not only have the experiments have been extreme, but we lost one of our members just last week. And a week before that, we had to summarily either vote on execution or imprisonment for another member.
The one
That was
who
very...
was in the forest. Alan.
Yes. That one.
I will say, the torture that they put him through was intense.
I know. That's why I voted against it. However, my vote was overruled. But, thankfully, they took mercy upon him. They didn't execute him. They, subsequently wiped his memory. For good. So, he is, at the very least, living. But he has lost all of his ability for alchemy. At this point, he's just a sorry state of a man, living off a government pension. The city of Bafford and Erisire is, it's not the prettiest world we've ever been to, Captain.
It's not.
It may look pretty on the surface, but there's a lot of deep underlines that is, makes this place very terrifying.
But then again, some of the worlds we've been to were just downright horrifying.
They were. At the very least with this world.
It has potential.
Yeah. I would say a blanket that hides everything. Pretty well, I might add.
Not only that, but it seems a potential to move beyond that and into one of the more peaceful, prosperous, advanced worlds that we went to.
We could only hope. But, anyways, it is almost dinner time and I've kept you far too long.
Yes, let me get this man here to bed.
I will not be joining you. I will not be joining you back to the ship tonight because I have another obligation to take care of just before the big party tomorrow.
You're fine. We will see you tomorrow.
I hope I will. Have a good night, Captain, and Chakna, Commander. He shakes his hand and pulls him in for a hug. And he doesn't even shake your hand. He just goes in for a hug with you.
Good night, Maestro.
Good night. You see him kind of go back to his desk, and you see him like plop down on his chair, and he has like a bunch of notes. You see him just starts to rifle through and starts to organize. At this point, you're free to go.
Maestro,
Yes?
way out.
Oh, sorry. Make your way down that hallway, and you see the dark hallway that the Lich came out. You don't see an ending. As soon as you make your way down there, a runic circle will take you upstairs onto the landing. Just keep going down straight to the main door halls, and as soon as you make it there, open the door and think of where you want to go.
Got it. And she'll look at Chakna, arm around his waist. Think you can make the walk?
I can make it. I appreciate it.
And we'll start making our way.
You make your way down to the hallway where the Lich came out of, and at first it's just pure darkness, but with your attuned eyes that you can see runic circles and the magical arcane, you can tell by the time you hit the wall, a magical circle appears underneath you, and it immediately teleports you up a level to the landing, and you're on the upper landing, and you can see like down into the theater area. And you continue walking forward until you reach these really nice two old and oak wooden doors. And you can feel like a strong surge of magical prowess coming from them. So you can tell that these are definitely powerful teleportation magical doors. And he did say, think of where you want to go. Where do you
As
want to
my
go?
hand reaches out for the handle, I will think of us entering our bedroom on the Valiant.
As you push the door open, immediately you see you don't see anything. You smell the wafting of your ship, and you step out, and you hear the metal and the wooden clanking of your feet hitting, and you are now in your bedroom. And you pass through the doorway, and you close the door, and behind you, the magical teleportation door just disappears.
Perfect. She will then guide Chakna to go lay down in bed.
Ragna eventually goes and sits down. He looks at you and says, "Thank you. It's been a day, hasn't it?"
It has. It has. Things got fixed and we learned a lot of information.
He nods his head a bit and he says, "We have. And seems like we got a lot more on our way."
Oh yes. Ehorn's fragments. Ukler's fight with Vecna. Apparently, I might have to fight a version of myself.
Let's just hope everything works out in the end.
Because I took something back.
Let's just hope it didn't cost anything.
We had the egg's help. The egg approved it. And the egg is an essence of Genesis. So
I think it's probably more than that.
I think it is too. And it might see and it might know it's time for a change within the universal hierarchy. And it might have agreed with me that maybe it's time for us to make our own fate.
think so. Might be time.
And the gods to stop playing with the mortal planes like a playground.
Yeah.
One thing for the Qs to do it. They're at least open about playing with the worlds as if it's their playgrounds, but the gods do it too and they hide behind it.
He kind of like focuses on you a bit, but you notice like his eyes start to like waver, and he kind of just holds his head. Yeah, sorry, I'm just still pretty worn out from the surgery.
Here, sleep. I will go and try not to burn down the ship and make some food.
Why not have Fugler do it? Where's he at?
That's a good
As much as your
question.
cooking is nice, it's just
You're
we
too
actually
sweet.
have a
You're
cook.
too sweet. We both know I cannot cook to save our lives.
Look, if I want a cup of coffee, I come to you. If I want a good
Survival?
meal, I'd rather go with Needle.
Exactly. If you want to be able to have edible food, you go to anyone else. And after
That
she
is
says
correct.
that, she'll tap her badge and go, Bookler,
Heh.
What's up?
what you guys doing? Where you at?
We're making our way over to Ruby Ridge right now. We're
You
kind of
actually
looking
just
for a
you
medic
actually
site.
just made it to Ruby Ridge.
Well,
Actually, it's coming up on us right now. So, what's up? You need something?
Nah, just checking on you.
We'll be back a little bit later. We're just kind of perusing right now, trying to see if we can find any quote hidden gems unquote around the markets before we have to go party and then dip and leave. So, a bit of a last minute shopping spree. We won at gambling, so that's good news.
That's great news. If you happen to find another crystalline, let me know. I'll ask if it wants to go with before we buy it this time.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Otherwise, have fun. Be safe. Don't get in trouble.
Awesome. Okay, we'll be back soon.
People then look at Chakda. I guess I'm trying to cook.
Very well.
I
I'll
will
be here.
try to not kill you. I promise.
Does she know where the hidden compartment of chef's stuff is?
She doesn't.
As
As much as it is her ship, her crew did hide some stuff without her knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean Gunman hid stuff from me?
Probably.
Potentially.
Oh, everyone had hidden compartments. Everyone has one. Or more.
Where did Gunman have his hidden compartment at?
I don't know. It was his. China
Cedric,
has his,
why are you asking the captain that doesn't know where they
I'm
are?
more
China
asking
has a hidden
God than the
compartment.
captain.
I had a hidden compartment. Everyone had at least one hidden compartment.
Well, I'm more so asking God than Captain, but I know
You-
God won't answer me.
So why are you asking?
How tough would it
I
be to
hoped he'd
install?
answer me.
How tough would it be to install a bag of holding into bubbles?
You could do it as a harness.
That would be amazing.
You could
I'll
do
think
this
about that
part.
later.
I'll ponder on it.
I will then go to the mess hall and
Okay.
go to the replicator system.
Okay.
And I will use a spell slot. I will pump in a spell slot in hopes that it makes it edible and safe to eat and healthy and shit.
Okay.
And I
As
will
you're
try
pumping
and
in the
make
spell
him
slot,
like a vegetable soup.
All right. As you're pumping in the spell slot for the veggie suit, roll me a perception check as you're doing this.
Oh God. 17.
17. With a 17, as you're in the mess hall and you're at the replicator and you're like doing all this, the vegetable soup does happen, and it's nice and piping hot. It's actually very good. So far better than you expected. You start to hear some pitter patter of like some small feet, kind of akin to bubbles, and you kind of turn around at the open door and you don't see anything.
He's sneaking.
I will take the soup.
You take the soup.
As I walk, I give it a sniff.
It smells delicious. It smells like better than you expected. Far better than you expected.
I could do magic. I could magically cook food. That might help. And I will step out and I will look for bubbles.
You look around, you look left, you look right. But with your perception check, you hear the small pitter patter of feet to the far right down the hall, a little bit past them what you can actually see now.
I will follow.
You follow. It starts, you still hear the feet going. You don't see anything else but just like the feet pitter patter. And then eventually it leads to the turbo lift, and you already see the turbo lift is in use.
Where does it go? Where does it end?
It's going down to the engineering room.
I will follow it when the lift becomes available.
After a minute goes by, the lift becomes available. You
And-
also go down.
As I step off, I will use a starlight step to immediately move 30 feet
Okay,
and come out of it walking.
got it. So immediately you make yourself pretty close to the engineering room, but the engineering room doors are open, but you don't hear that pitter patter anymore.
Wait a minute.
I will go into the engineering room.
Wait. Whoa.
You're not there. You're not there. Calm down, buddy.
Oh, no. I just had a realization. It
No,
hit
no,
me
no.
like a brick
Wait.
in the side of the
I
head.
think I know
Wait,
what's
wait,
happening
wait.
too, but
You
calm
mean your
the fuck
hammer?
down.
Wait.
Nah, Preston, you mean your hammer inside the head?
Check the egg, check the egg, check
That's
the
what I'm
egg, check
doing,
the egg,
dummy.
check the egg.
Shush.
You look into the engineering room, you look around. It looks fine. Roll me another perception check.
Cast
That's
guidance on
cocked.
himself.
9.
That was cocked.
It landed cocked, but it gave me 9, and I'm like, bitch.
With a 9, you don't see anything wrong.
Guidance.
I will cast guidance on that. Yes. 11.
11. With an 11, you see your eyes kind of focus towards the crystalline in the middle. You see the egg with the top crack that you saw before. It's now slightly a little bit more open. However, you see kind of like peeking through the egg shell is two little like horns, like very tiny baby horns poking out.
I will walk closer to the crystalline and egg.
As you walk closer to the egg, it's still sitting there, spinning and floating within the crystalline.
I'll telepathically reach out
Okay.
and say, "You getting ready to come out there, little guy?"
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh. Things are happening that
14.
don't
I
need
will
to be
add
happening.
guidance if needed.
The 14's fine.
I accidentally
You
called.
sense your telepathic link. It connects to something, but you don't hear a response back. You feel more of a feeling that you yourself once felt back when you were a child, sneaking into your mother's office and stealing a little bit of candy. Feel that giddiness inside you well up.
With a smile, I will tell it, okay. If you want to peek out, you can peek out.
The mean Eldritch Blast Man isn't here to hide you.
Okay. Give me 1 second here.
Eldritch Blast Man isn't trying to look inside the egg anymore.
Give me 1 second here.
Oh. Actually, where'd the music go? I can't hear it anymore. There we go.
You see the horns kind of like flatten themselves a little bit. Eventually, you see it kind of like poke its horns out. And you see that the horns are kind of like this rainbow cacophony, like kind of looking like through a kaleidoscope of different mixed of colors. You've never seen anything like it before. Then it slowly kind of lifts its head up. You see that it's a very soft type of like head-like shape with like these almost fish-like appendages, not gills per se, but like fins that are attached to its sides and its top of its head. It's very soft and smooth, almost looks to be too baby-like, like if somebody took the visage of a baby dragon, but then turned that babiness up to 11. Like, it looks way too cute to be something that hatched out of an egg. And kind of looks at you, and it kind of goes like a... And it kind of clicks at you, and he, like, tilts his head, like, in a 45-degree angle.
Well, look at you. Aren't you adorable?
You say, "Why aren't you adorable?" It kind of, like, slithers back inside of its egg.
It's going to eat your soul.
I actually have art for it here. It's not colored, but I have art for its token.
Such a little guy! You little guy!
Oh, he's a little guy.
Sorry, I'm eating food.
You're fine.
He's such a little guy.
He is such a little guy.
I hope him and Bubbles don't fight. Because I think Bubbles would lose.
I don't know. Bubbles can throw hands. Bubbles got hands.
Anyway.
Bubbles got hands. Or rather, mouth.
Mouth.
No.
Anyway, in her telepathic link, she'll tell it, it's okay, it's okay. Adorableness is good. It's very good. You don't have to hide.
He kind of pokes his head out a little bit.
I'm a safe
There's
person
a-
to be with. Were you pitter-pattering around on the ship?
You see it like nod its head a little bit.
Do you want to come out and have some company?
Mm-hmm.
Roll a persuasion check.
Guidance. I fucking fail. Wait! I will. Hold on, let me check my spell list. Let me check my spell list. Let me check my spell list. I'm full of charts. Never mind.
When you were saving Chuckna's life, yeah.
Anyway, 8. I failed.
8? Yeah, sorry.
Um, I will ask it, do you still want to eat some of the weave? Or would you like to try some actual food?
Kind of looks at you with like its bigger beady eyes, and then it kind of just hops inside of its shell, and it's just gone.
Hmm. Before I leave it be, I will tell it if it changes its mind, it wants to have some companionship. It's welcome to come find me on the ship. Or if it wants to try food that we eat, it can come find me. Or if it wants any of my leftover mana for the day, I'll offer it some of that food. Just basically letting it know that I'm here if it needs something.
Okay.
And then I'll return to Chakna with his soup.
Eventually, as you make your way over to Chakna with the soup, he kind of like he's already like sitting up on his chair, kind of like meditating. He's like in a weird meditative state, and he kind of looks up. He's like, "Oh, took you a little bit. You all right?"
Oh, yes. And she hands him the soup. The egg hatched.
He's about to take like a spoonful, and he's like, excuse me?"
The egg hatched.
Well, we know the egg hatched. What was it, 2-3 days ago? But
It came out.
I mean, what did?
I think it's dragon-like.
So it's a dragon. We've just had a cosmic Genesis magic dragon egg just sitting in our ship this entire time.
Yes.
And when we lost the ship 30 years ago, from then till now, it's been placed here.
Yes. And it slipped inside the crystalline and it hatched.
Wonderful. Great.
That thing has also helped keep you alive.
I know, it's just... It's unheard of. Never... I didn't think it was going to be a dragon to begin with. I thought it was just a coalescing egg just full of magic.
Well, we know immortal planes, physical immortal planes, eggs tend to hatch. And if it's going to take on a physical form within this plane, it would need to hatch.
That's true.
It's
Well-
a baby right now. It's a very, very, very young.
Are you sure it could fit in our ship?
Fucking clue, but for right now, we will be taking care of it. A, it's on our ship. B, you told, all but demanded we protect the egg, and she refused to take it. Q refused to take it. I don't trust anyone else.
We
to.
can trust ourselves to take care of that.
I don't even trust ourselves, but outside of us, who would we trust? Who could we trust to take care of this egg? Granted, I'm developing a working relationship with the queen of this kingdom, but I'm not sure if she's the right person to take care of this dragon. On top of that, she's been infiltrated.
You're
and
right.
my mother could figure out about this thing, and that we don't want.
Hmm.
I'm hoping with any interactions with my mother, we can get her away from the warmongering woman I left behind on that planet, or on that moon.
You're right. Did you already notify the others?
No, it literally just happened.
Then I suggest you tap on that comm badge and let them know.
First things first, you are highly more important right now. Please eat your soup.
I am eating. Thank you. Give
Finish
him a
your
call.
soup. How did you get out of bed? I left you in bed.
I am regaining my strength by the minute.
Chakna's crawling on the ground.
That's
I
what
also
she's
have
afraid
you
of.
know, I also have healing magic of my own.
Yes. The last
Yes.
time you tried to use it, you didn't have access to all of it. Do you have access to all of it now?
As far as I know, yes. I do.
Okay, I will tell the others, and she'll tap on her badge and go, Hookler, hey,
As all that is happening.
again.
As all that is happening right now. Fukler and Bayhorn. You guys have made it all the way to the Ruby Ridge, where you see kind of a cacophony of like all sorts of vendors setting up shop for like presentations of their equipment, what they make, what they sell. You make your first way into the Spice Bazaar. It's like an exotic marketplace with like a bunch of like aromas of spices that come from around the world. You see chili peppers around. You see men, women, and children like running around collecting baskets full of spices for their meals for later tonight and tomorrow. You see other store fronts. One of them in particular is called the Flame and Forge Armory that has like the biggest stand and the biggest like open area forgery spot where these forge masters are currently working on their pieces or selling their pieces off currently to some vendors that are now like partaking with the early festivities as well. What are you guys looking for specifically?
I don't know what he's looking for, but I'm currently looking for knickknacks, jewelry, the rings specifically. I'm going to be looking for.
Okay.
I know if there are forge smiths around here, there are probably going to be people who are going to be making magical jewelry because I have a specific ring that I'm looking for. So that's what I'm looking for. Cedric? Cedric? Rick said. Cedric?
Cedric?
Hello?
Buddy?
Ow.
He was muted, but now he's unmuted.
Hello? My shit was muted double.
Oh,
You were double muted? Goddamn.
how'd you double mute?
You know, I've learned to stop asking questions about how I end up being muted so much.
Did you mute your mic and then mute your Discord?
I muted my Discord because I had to go do something, but I think when I put my headset down, the fucking mic switch toggled down again. Because it'll
Oh.
toggle down when I put my arm down certain.
I got you. Were you talking this time?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, damn. No, man.
you gotta
I did
remember, if
miss
we don't respond to you, it's because we can't hear you.
I did miss the dragon that's next to Shelby though.
Oh, that's the egg.
The little baby. The egg hatched.
Good, good.
Shelby has not told us yet.
She's
Okay.
about to. However,
How
what are
about
you guys doing?
Where
What
are we
jewelry?
currently?
We are at Ruby Ridge. We have a bunch of smiths around us that have set up shop and are currently trying to sell their best wares for the rich folk that are coming to party.
Are they magical?
That's a good question.
Or
I'm
are we
assuming
trying to
some of
discern
them
them?
are. I'm not sure about all of them, though.
Okay.
You do look around, and some of them are like proclaiming, like, yes, their items are magical, or some of them, their items can be made magical within the day or two. However, you said you were looking for like a ring shop. You said.
Yes. I'm
All right.
looking for specifically magical rings and stuff.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a investigation check to look around.
Aye, aye, Captain. Kaja! 16.
What was it?
16.
Got it. 16.
Go to perception or investment.
Perfection.
I rolled a 21.
Ooh. So the both of
You
you.
will see.
No, investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the both of you. You start to look around, and you're kind of like starting to wade through the city streets as more and more people are starting to come out for the early festivities. You see a smaller but more like busier shop that is named on the top The Enchanted, and you see a giant circle. Like it's kind of like forged out of like different materials. You see like iron, bronze, copper all mixed into this giant circle.
The enchanted what? Ring? Probably.
You kind of like look around and you see a drow elf, a female, kind of like wearing like a bunch of like forgery, like forged like tools on her belt. You see she's wearing some overalls and like a shirt underneath the overalls as well. She's currently like trying to like take control of like the crowd that's like around her. And she's like, all right, settle down, make up a line, please. We have limited supply, and we're gonna only sell for the next few hours before we close down shop for the next day or two. And you see like all the people kind of like, you see them like all start to chatter against each other. Some people leave, some people make a line, but eventually things start to calm down a bit, and you kind of like, are you guys gonna wait in line, or are you guys gonna just see what happens?
I'm gonna just kind of stand around and see what's going on.
If he's gonna stand around and see what's going on, I don't know what's happening in line, so I'm gonna get in line.
Okay. Eventually, it takes you like 10 minutes for you to get into the line and like queue up, and it takes you another like 5 minutes for like the line to like fully go down, up until you meet her, and she's kind of like, you see the shop. It's kind of like a half open, half closed shop where the front is literally the front. There's no door.
It's a kiosk.
It's like a kiosk, and then there's more in the back. Like she has like a building connected behind her, and she kind of looks at you. She leans over her desk and she says, "Hello there. Name is Alara Moonshadow. How may I help you?"
Nice to meet you. Well, I'm currently looking for some magical items to make use of. Specifically rings. You got any in stock?
Of course. Welcome to the Magical Circle.
The Magical Circle. Gotcha. That's what this place is called.
Well, sorry, Enchanted Circle. My apologies. She kind of like points up at the ring, at like the giant circle. She's like, "I made all that in about a week. It's one giant ring. Literally,
Nice.
I think a giant can actually fit their ring finger on that."
Oh, really?
Yep. But yeah, welcome to my little shop. As you can see, it's more of a kiosk than a shop. I got my forge in the back. I take special orders, special cases if you need a ring rapidly. I could also do express as well. Unless you just want to look around, I have a catalog, and she puts like a heavy book in front of you.
Okay, take a quick look, and I'm gonna try and alphabetically flip to spell storing as fast as possible.
Spell story.
Yes,
Okay.
that is exactly what I'm looking for.
You know, I
Okay.
forgot that's what you're looking for.
I've been looking for it since the beginning of this campaign.
All right. Let's see here. Let me get its price for you. You do flip around, and you do see that she does have 3 spell storing rings in stock.
Ooh.
However, let me roll. Let me roll and figure out what the price is.
Please roll low, please roll low, please roll low, please roll low. Oh
How
god.
much money do you have again?
I have $200.
So this place only has rings, right?
I
Or
am
is it
willing
just
to
jewelry?
spend all of my money on a ring.
Typically rings, yes. She kind of
Yes.
looked at. So she has since she has 3 in stock, she's actually has more than she normally does. So you're in luck. So you can see that the price has been scratched off. It was 1,250 gold. It is now brought down to 850 gold because she has 3 in
God.
stock.
That's
I
a
ain't
lot.
even gonna be able to do that. I am not going to be able to bargain that down.
You also see
No,
other
You already
rings.
put that shit down.
no way in
Because
hot hell.
I
it's
mean, you
less of
could
a.
trade her your feather falling ring.
Good.
Hmm. Mm. And take no damage from falling. But knowing me, if I trade this in, Adrian's gonna make an enemy that literally throws me up in the air and makes me take fall damage. If I do this, that's actually what's gonna happen, Cedric.
Probably.
Um, fuck it, we ball. I'm gonna say,
She has a multitude of rings.
okay, what others does she have in stock before I make my final decision?
So, the 8 rings that she has in stock, which are considered magical, she has a ring of protection. She has 3 rings of spell storing. That's why they're on sale. She has 2 rings of evasion. She has one
Evasion's
ring
kind of
of.
nice.
She has 1 ring of mind shielding. She has a ring of regeneration.
What does Ring of
She has
Regeneration
a ring
do?
of regeneration?
A ring of regeneration is a beautiful ring that grants the wearer the ability to regain 1d6 hit points every 10 minutes, provided they have at least 1 HP.
Okay. That's okay, but being a paladin, I kind of can do that already.
How much is that ring, Adrian?
She has a ring of true invisibility.
Cedric.
Wait, what does that mean?
Ring of true invisibility. Even if somebody has true sight, they can't see you. That would be goated for you, dude. Because even if somebody has the best sight they can see,
So
can't see
what
you.
you're thinking of is so here's the thing. So there's no such thing as true invisibility. The ring of true invisibility, you read its description. She looks at you and she's like, "Ah, that one of my tops. No one's been able to buy it because, of course, pretty expensive. It's a simple looking ring. Kind of looks like any type of wedding band a man might wear. Lets you turn invisible at will, without any magical means.
Just as long as you're wearing it.
Exactly.
What is it? Is it the fucking ring from Mordor? Goddamn!
Wait, is it the legendary ring of invisibility? Is that what it is?
Yes.
That'd be kind of helpful, I'm not gonna lie. Not having to worry about how many charges I have left on it.
That's kind of broken. I'm gonna be honest.
That's why
That's
it's
kind
legendary.
Cedric, you should come back later tonight and steal that.
She has a ring of feather falling. She has a ring of water walking, a ring of jumping, and a ring of swimming.
Ring of Walking. What does Ring of
How
Walking
much
do?
is the
Water
how much is the
walking.
ring of
Ah,
the ring of regeneration?
The ring of regeneration.
Mm-hmm.
I may get your price up.
1d6 every 10 minutes? Cedric, that's a 1d6 healing thing in combat. I mean, yeah, I guess, but like, you
Dude,
only
I
have 10
have no
fingers.
healing, bro.
That's kind of mid healing. Just go to
Here's the
that
thing,
old
right?
witch hag and buy more potions.
But here's the thing, right? It's free. Like, I can, like, as we're walking around, if we get into a fight and I'm left with 10 HP, I can roll d6s for as long. Like, if we sit there for an hour, I get to roll like what? What is it?
1d6.
You see the price on the ring of regeneration, Fugler, and it doesn't have a price. It literally just says, "Please ask attendant."
Bighorn's gonna point at the ring and say, "How much for the regeneration ring?"
You ain't
She
gonna
looks
be
at
able to afford it.
she looks at you. She's like, "Hey, get back in line."
I thought I was with Fugler.
No, you
No,
said you were on the
you said
side.
you were standing. You said you were standing around.
Oh, never mind.
Silly goose. But how much is the Ring of Regeneration? I'm actually curious.
Well, the ring of regeneration is a special type of ring, and of course, we take that very heavily, and we also make sure it's all documented, so we know that whoever buys it is in our record books for safekeeping and to make sure it gets traced back to you. The ring of regeneration itself is going to cost upwards of 20,000 gold pieces.
Fukler kind of chuckles to himself and goes, I'm sorry I even asked.
It's all right. It is one that doesn't get sold very often, as you could tell.
It must be rarely special.
We have sold one in the
Really?
last year. Yes.
Hmm.
A
I find
fine, dashing young man. But he's probably long gone now, so no need to worry about him.
Well, maybe if he has a ring like that, he'll still be out and about.
Hopefully.
Hmm.
We also accept trades. We don't also particularly specialize in rings. We also take in other magical items for a gold value or some sort of pawning, I guess you could say, if you needed some money.
Really in need of money. I'll tell you what. Fukler fiddles with his hand a little bit and takes off his ring of feather falling. He puts it on the counter. How much will this get me? I'm curious. I'm willing to trade it and throw in a bit of gold for something else.
She picks it up and she gets like a little magnifying glass and she looks at it. It's very well made, very old. Where'd you find this?
Let's say I was on a bit of a quest and just happened to be upon it, unfortunately.
Spoils of war, I see. Adventurer, are you?
From time to time.
Oh, may I ask your rank?
Well.
Mhm.
What? I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't checked in a while. I've been on a quest for an incredibly long time now, and my hands have
Ah,
been timed, so I probably should check in with the guild. I'm sorry, I can't quite.
well, do you have your guild card on you?
Actually, yeah. Fugler will fiddle with his guild card.
May I see it, if you don't mind me asking?
Sure.
She takes a guild card and she kind of opens it up. Oh, I see. Radiant Citadel stamping. Topaz rank.
I feel like we've done a bit more. We haven't exactly kept up with the ranking up. We've been seemingly on a continuous quest for a while now. We probably should report most of the stuff we've been up to the guild, though. Thank you for reminding me of that.
I should also remind you, since you are a sanctioned adventurer for the Adventurers Guild, even though you are from not of this plane of existence, I am happy to let you know that my shop is affiliated with the Adventuring Guild, and we do give % offs to higher ranking adventurers. Since you are a topaz, you get 10% off your prices.
Let's go!
So, in that sense, 850 gold. That's already the sale price, but with the festivities going on, I could add this on. It'll bring it down to 765.
765. What about with the ring?
With the ring, this ring is a very well make. Pretty old, a little bit gaudy in the sense of all the feathers on it. I could purchase this off you for 700 gold pieces.
We make a deal. I'll go ahead and trade the ring of feather falling with you for a ring of spell storing. How about that?
Give me the ring, as well as 50 gold pieces on the side as well to cover the costs, and you have yourself a deal.
Done and done.
Wonderful. And she kind of like takes the ring and she kind of like puts on like a handkerchief and like wraps it up really nicely and puts it behind the counter. And then you see her says, "I'll be right back." And she takes the catalog book and closes it in front of you and she drags it, and it's kind of heavy, so you feel it like kind of the weight towards it. And she goes to the back end where the kiosk attaches to. And about a minute goes by and she comes out with like a smaller box. And she slides it over to you, and she says, "1 ring of spell storing for you."
Alright.
Is there anything else I could help you with if you're willing to haggle off a little bit more gold?
That's actually what I was mainly here for, I'm sorry to say.
I see. Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you. If you ever have any extra gold weighing down your pockets and you need to let go of some of those weights, come right back.
Alrighty. So I have lost the ring of feather falling.
You have
Tragic.
lost the ring of feather falling.
But I have gained so much more.
Yeah. He basically traded a rare ring for another rare ring with a little bit of cost on the side.
Yes.
So, spell storing it is.
Oh my god, this is so useful.
And as you walk away with ring and box in hand, you kind of meet up with Bayhorn. Do you show Bayhorn your brand new ring?
Yes. Bayhorn, by the way, whenever you were asking about the ring of regeneration, it was?
Or I heard.
She's selling it for, yeah, you heard.
Yeah, no thanks.
20,000 gold pieces. Fugler will say in a message to Bayhorn's head, you know, you probably could come back at night and steal it.
in a human capital, Bafford, after we just got on the good graces, after I killed one of their maids in the castle, I know my limits, and I'm very well extended here. Another timeline.
Fair enough.
As you guys are currently conversing about your antics and what you've just earned, or at least traded, you hear a beeping come through your comm badges. It is Captain Kayasaya. So, Captain, what would you like to say?
She taps the badge and says, everyone, I have some news. The egg has hatched.
Bighorn runs out of the shop.
Well, it's not
I
much
am
of a
now-
shop, it's a kiosk.
I am currently missile guidance systeming my way back to the ship. You will
The-
see me in 10 minutes.
The what?
The egg hatched.
Fuku's kind of just staring off into space.
It
Like-
seems we have a baby sorta dragon.
Finnegan, are you on the ship? Finnegan?
You hear Finnegan kind of answer through. Yeah, I'm walking along the pier now. Why? What's up?
Please get into the engineering room and teleport me home as soon as possible. Because
Okay.
I don't think running could get me there fast enough. You heard the news from Captain, right?
I just did. All right. Sure. And then he kind of like hear him stop talking.
She will then interject and go, "Do be nice to our new crewmate. They're shy. They're very shy. They're
I'm
still
going to
learning
shower
how to
them in
speak.
love and affection.
But be careful. Too much love and too much affection can be too much for this guy. Be gentle."
I will say, as Bayhorn is just missile launch guided his way down there. Here's the thing: Bayhorn knows his way around the city a little bit since he's a rogue. He'll get there in no time, probably 10 minutes, because he's now full sprinting. It's going to take about the same time for Finnegan to also teleport you as well, Kugler. So as all this is happening, as everyone's conversing and like trying to get back to the ship, we're going to take a small break because I got to use the restroom. So I'll be right back.
Sudden restroom break.
I am back.
Yay.
All right, everyone's still here?
I'm
I'm
here.
guessing no.
Hello.
Hello.
He's here.
Preston here, or is he in the restroom?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yay, Cedric. He's not back. He left for a little bit. Is that him? Is that the boy? Yippee!
You did it wrong.
Then you doing it, German.
Dang.
Jesus. Also, Shelby, did you know it's Denise's birthday today?
Oh,
Denise.
no.
Yeah.
My dad's girlfriend.
Dad has a girlfriend.
Yeah, my dad's got a girlfriend.
Neat.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Dude.
What we doing?
We are continuing.
We
So I
going
will
back
say
on
it.
the wagon?
At this point in time, Bayhorn, you are started to rush yourself down to the docks. You see the docks in hand, and you see the pier, and you see the ship waiting for you as you start to rush up and climb on the side of the window. However, Fukler, as you decided to do the smarter and quicker route, after you signified Finnegan to teleport you, Finnegan over comm says, "Okay, I'm ready to teleport you now. You ready?"
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if it works again. And suddenly, with a flash of like rainbow-like energy, all this magic starts to whirl around you, and you start to get attention of some other folks. And be like, "Whoa, what is he doing?" Like, you're starting to get like the attention of some people like looking at you, and then suddenly you're just gone. And then you pop into the engineering room, and you see Finnegan right there, like hunched over like a crystalline tablet. He's like, "Oh, hey, it worked. That was a lot faster than last time. Hi, what's up? Why did you need to come back?"
Where's the little fella?
I mean, I think he's still in there, and he like points his thumb over to the crystalline and the egg.
So I'm gonna try talk to him. I wanna. Where is he? Can I? I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look around and see if I can find him,
Roll a perception check.
and or if I can look into the egg. 14.
14.
Yes.
With a 14, you don't see him around, or you don't see it around, and you also don't see it popping out of the egg. So you must think it must be inside the egg.
How big is the egg again? 15 feet large?
At this point, it's getting closer to like 25 by 25.
Ha!
It's like overtaking like the inside of the crystalline itself.
I wonder how much this eggshell would sell for. Disregarding that thought, I wish. Bayhorn! I need your assistance.
Is Bayhorn there?
Bayhorn, you have now like made your way like into the tube, and you're making your way down into the engineer.
Whoa.
Idea. I'm gonna
You're-
throw you up, and you're going to look inside of the egg.
You know, the
Not get
last time
inside.
Somebody looked into the egg, they fell into it, and then almost died.
Well, he was trying to phase into the egg. That's a bad idea. Peeking inside may not be the worst thing to happen.
You know
Probably.
that there's an observation deck.
There's an observation deck from the engineering room.
Yeah, the engineering room is 2 floors, technically.
Did I not know this? We're going up.
We're going up.
It's not that
Alright,
much
you
of
go
a
up.
used space.
It's not that much of a used space.
As you go up to the observation deck and you start to look down into this line, you can very clearly see that there's a hole that's open on the top. However, both of you roll perception checks for me.
God. When am I going to see the birth of another universe?
Oof, I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 12 as well.
Oh no, I rolled a 13 actually.
I rolled an actual 12.
With the 12 and 13, it's too dark for you to see from this high vantage point. You're about like 25 feet away from the egg now, from this observation deck.
Is it dark in here? Or dim, dark, whatever?
It's not dim or dark at all. It's fairly bright. It's the engineering room.
I hoped.
I wish there was a way I could get closer.
What if I wild shaped into a snake and got...
Bayhorn, use your magic eyeball.
My what? My Aerith's eye?
Huh?
My eye from my short sword? Oh, my arcane eye.
Yes! Doofus, you probably could have done this without coming up here. You silly goose.
I might have been able to.
Alright, let's look in. I'm look inside and tell me what you see. I'm not as telepathically inclined, so I can't really look at your mind space like Kayasaya can. But I really want to know everything that's going on in there.
I will summon my my arcane eye, and I will attempt to peer inside again.
Okay.
Looking through the hole this time, hopefully.
Yes, I will position my eye to where it is overhead the hole.
Okay. So as you use your astral eye to peer into the hole, you see that they're like inside the egg. At first, it was inherently dark. However, as you get more of a closer peek, you can tell that like there's some sort of weird arcana like barrier blocking vision from outside to inside the egg itself.
Weird.
There's a barrier?
There's a weird barrier.
And come to think of it, how many animals go in and out of an egg they were in?
Not Finnegan kind of picks up. Not a lot, not that I can think of.
Yeah, same here. It's even for dragons. It's kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah, typically dragons just shed their egg off and just leave it or keep it in their lair for whatever reason if it's sentimental to them.
Yeah. This is strange to say the least. By the way, Kayasaya, how big was it?
What?
The little dude.
I only saw his head, but
You only
I think
saw his
he's
head?
around. I think he's around the size of Bubbles.
Okay. Why would a creature about the size of Bubbles gestate in this behemoth?
I think it has wings, considering it looks very much like a dragon.
Well, yeah, I was probably
So it might
gonna...
need the room for their wings to form.
Maybe, but even so, the wings shouldn't take that much more room, because usually they're closed into their body and wrapped around. They're in the fetal position. If they're
There's
the
also a possible tail.
Yeah, even so, the tail comes up and wraps behind the head. It's like a little oval when things are developing in an egg. So if it's about the size of Bubbles, and it's gestating in this, and it has the habit of going in and out of the egg, what do you suppose is in there?
It's dragon-esque.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna investigate this egg. I want to Arcana check it.
Okay.
I want to see what's happening with this egg. The 14. God damn it! I rolled like shit.
Can I also roll Arcana?
Yeah, you can roll like Arcana. Go for it.
thought it was dumpling day.
Dumpling day.
Is it not dumpling day?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell all of you. Ari's in the house.
What?
Ari's in the house.
Yeah. Say hi.
When did she? What? When did she
Yeah.
get there?
While
Put her on
ago.
screen. Let us
I
shame her. Shame.
I have weird
Shame.
imagination.
Why is
Shame.
she in a boy's
Oh.
house? Shame.
Is she listening in to our D&D without being in the call?
Kinda,
Shame. I drew her art specifically for recording because I'm recording and she's not in here for the art to be utilized.
yeah. Look,
Yeah.
Shame.
he's here.
Shame.
Shit.
Shame.
Shame. Shame.
Yeah, we just got food right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm classified as eating.
Since you're hanging out, do you want to call D&D a little short? If you want to hang out with her,
That's up to you. I'm down to
Yeah.
keep going.
that's up to you, brother. This is your choice, man.
Want to stop? We've been needing to get to this.
We can get through like the Genesis dragon, and then maybe I'll call it short.
Is that okay with everyone else?
Okay. Or you had to do that.
Yeah.
Shelby?
What did Ari burp into the mic?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Heck yeah. 6 out of 10.
There you go.
Kind of quiet.
Kind of quiet.
How about
Don't
this, right?
She'll go louder. No. My
Will you
God.
guys be able to play tomorrow?
Yes.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
You're
It's just a burping
Um,
match now, isn't it?
possibly, yeah. We can play tomorrow.
Okay. So we'll play a little bit right now, and then we'll play tomorrow as well. We'll have a twofer.
Okay.
Because we did kind of start a little late today as well.
We started at like 2.
We've only been playing
Yeah.
for 2 hours.
I
Damn.
think it's like 2 or 3 hours.
This session's getting shorter and shorter, swear.
Damn, Shelby sounds
Adrian.
disappointed.
Adrian, are you sure you're not getting burnt out, friend?
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm
he's
just
trying
to
to be
you
nice
because
and let you spend
I'm
time
trying to
with your
be-
girlfriend because she's physically
Yeah.
there.
I'm trying to be nice to you.
I appreciate it, Father.
Yeah, like I'm not like I'm over here like actually genuinely trying to be nice. He's like, "Are you getting burnt out?" I'm like, "No, I'm not getting burnt out. I'm fine. This is great."
He's far from burnt out.
I'm
He doesn't
having a
have
great time.
anything else to worry about.
That is true.
I mean, hey man, all of them creative juices flowing. You never know.
My ADHD ass trying to write up a whole entire storyline 10 minutes before D&D. Yeah, my creative juices. Yeah, sure.
It's not spicy.
Procrastination at its finest.
Exactly. Anyways, at this point in time, where were we?
Cedric was doing an Arcana check. I don't know if he ever rolled it.
I did not.
Roll it. Fukla got a 14, which I'm gonna say right now does not make
Doesn't
it.
pass.
So
Does
I
not
have to roll
pass.
higher than a 14.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to roll something.
I had a plus 10. I rolled a 4.
I rolled such a high number. I rolled a 6.
Dang, 6? No, nothing.
Yeah, we're playing by
What?
golf rules today.
You know what? Let me roll for Finnegan. Nope, he rolled a 3 naturally, plus 8. Nope,
Dude, same?
nothing.
Hi, Saya.
I'm not there.
Where are you?
Get here. You have Starlight Step. Double step. Once in the air, once out, once onto the platform.
Would you like to Starlight Step?
I'm not there. They're not. I don't know what's happening there. I am busy
Mhm.
making sure a certain someone is resting.
He's resting. He's finishing up his meal.
Didn't you
Yeah.
like
Thanks, he
run into the engineering room with us?
No. I called you on the badges from my room,
And then she left.
and then I stayed there
Yeah.
from my room.
Oh.
I'm not there.
Well,
Well, we're never gonna know.
it's kind of escaping your grasp. You have no idea what type of creature this is. Like, You've heard of normal dragons before having eggs, but nothing comes to mind of a dragon or another creature going back to their egg for some sort of home or protection.
Hmm.
Is there anything else you guys like to try before the night continues on?
Did we ever see
Message. I'm going to try and talk to the dragon.
Okay. We'll do Fukler's first. But what'd you say, Cedric, real quick?
Did we ever see the dragon when we got here?
You did not.
Can I try and see the dragon?
Roll perception.
If it's hidden, I get advantage. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
Hidden stealth or invisible, I think.
it's obscured, technically. So, it's not really hiding. So go ahead and roll perception.
A natural 20. Where is it?
As you're
Dang.
like just staring at the egg with your astral like eye, with your arcane eye, you see the egg like wiggle a bit.
So it's inside the egg.
So you know it's in the egg.
Bayhorn will just kind of bluntly point out, "Oh, it's still in the egg."
Fukler, you're gonna message?
Yes, I'm gonna try and talk to the egg.
Okay. You sense some sort of link happen between you and potentially whatever's in the egg. What do you say
Little
to
guy. Hey, little fella. How you doing? What do you think of the big bright world so far? You haven't seen much of it, but so far. You hungry?
As soon as you say, "You hungry," you see like a snout kind of pop out of the egg's circle of the hole. But it's weird. You guys have like an upper view of it. All you see is a snout popping out. You don't see a body.
Alrighty, I'll take that as a yes. Food or magic?
You have like an inkling, like not a voice, but a more of an emotion flow through you. Your stomach's starting to grumble.
Alrighty, I'll go get you some fish from the fridge. How's that sound?
You feel like some sort of like overwhelming like excitement, like you're giddy, like you are about to go on an adventure, or like you're about to buy or get your favorite snack.
Alrighty, I'll be right back. I'm gonna head to the mess hall, pick up some fish, and bring it to the upper observation deck.
Okay. I will say during that whole entire situation, Kaisai, are you just still hanging out with Chakna?
Mhm.
Okay. Bayhorn, is there anything else you wish to do as Fukler has decided to leave and go get some fish?
I wish to go back down and attempt to coax it out of the egg by sitting on the floor, maybe like 5 or 10 feet from it. Like, you know, in Minecraft when you sit on things, it's literally just legs straight out.
Yeah.
That is currently how Bayorn is sitting, and
Okay.
I'm just kind of softly tapping the floor, as if I'm trying to like coax like a baby animal or something to come to me.
Okay. Roll a animal handling check.
And yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I rolled a 7.
Roll a
7.
18 plus.
Finnegan just looks over at you. He's like, "What are you doing?"
I want to go pet the magic time space dragon thing that we have.
Yeah, it's a dragon, not a fucking dog.
I have you not? Oh, wait a second. Fourth wall. Never mind. You know,
Fourth-
dragons can be like dogs.
Finnegan's looking. Is like, what? What are you talking about? Fourth wall?
You
Fourth
understand
wall?
when you're older.
What? I'm as old as you. Kind
How
of.
do you know?
Nuh-uh.
You know, honestly, Bighorn, that's a very good question, actually.
I could be
Joke's
like
on you, I
500
don't
years
even
old.
know my own age.
I could be 40 or 400 years old. You don't know that.
Well, I mean, if you're 40, that means you're still a baby in terms of elf.
Actually,
you know
yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I hope to God
We
you're
would have
400.
matured by the time we got to like 20.
Bayhorn's middle-aged.
Yeah, now Finnegan's like asking questions like, "How does that work?" By the way, now you kind of go through like the psychology and the
I
philosophy
should
of
know
like
that.
of like being like a 40-year-old elf and considered a child in your own race, but an adult to others. As that's happening, Fugler,
Huh.
you finally make your way over to the freezer and you find some fish. Are you going to cook them in any way?
I'm gonna fry one up, and I'm going to keep the rest of them raw to see which he prefers.
Okay. So,
He, she, and or.
so as you're currently like frying up, you feel like a sense of like weird like motivation, some sort of like energy flowing through you. Not magical energy, more of like, I know what I'm doing. I really know what I'm doing. You haven't done this in a while. Go ahead and roll me a quick insight check on yourself.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I rolled a 9. I probably needed a 10 to pass. Womp womp.
You actually don't, because it doesn't take a lot to insight on yourself.
Really?
With your previous practice and experience, as you've been practicing cooking for the last few months, and with a surge of energy that you're feeling within inside of you, and also just like a sense of something in the air that is affecting the whole entire ship and its crew, you have gained yourself, after practice, the chef feat.
He homie can cook.
So, I am now adding it to your feats list.
I was gonna add it myself, but go ahead.
So I added it for you. Now here's the question. You get something very important. Do you wish to add a con or wisdom score by 1?
My con's 15. My wisdom is 13.
Yes.
Both would add a plus to your con or wisdom.
Yep,
Look,
they would.
I need
Con would get you more health
perception
Con
is
does make
currently
you
a plus
tank.
1.
and get
Okay.
you
Either
plus
one-
2.
Yeah.
I would
It's
like
okay,
a
man. I have
percep.
+7.
If I upped my wisdom, I feel like my perception would go up as well.
We'll go up +1.
Yeah, like all my wisdom stuff. Like my wisdom is pretty low on the stat board. I
It
feel
is. It is.
like survival's +1.
You could also bump that dex to 10
Oh,
and even out all your stats.
oh my god, that would be amazing.
Oh, no, actually, sorry, you can't. This isn't dex. It's only con.
That
or
would
wisdom,
be-
so one of those two.
Also, I know what I get with the chef feat. I can
Yeah.
cook little treats I can eat in battle, and yep. I can cook little treats and they heal me. So
It's a very decent like RP half feat. It's great. I love it. I
Mhm.
love the chef feat.
oh yeah, I also gain I basically have more lay on hands now. You
Okay,
gain a bonus to either Constitution or Wisdom proficiency to cook with. You can prepare food that allows creatures to gain additional hit points when taking a short rest, as well as gain temporary hit points after a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What would you like? Con or wisdom, my friend? You earned it.
choose
Master.
Western man.
Choose Western man.
I have Cedric. What would you do if you were in my shoes?
Between con and wisdom,
Yeah.
do you like more health or do you like more role playing stuff?
My perception's currently a +1,
Well,
and
here's
my
the thing, right?
Constitution is a 15 and +2.
Preston, here's the thing. My perception is +7. We normally always roam together anyway. So you have a supplementary perception of +7. And you also get it at advantage if we're in dim or dark lighting. Which, guess what? I have darkness. I can give myself advantage if I want to.
So I would put con, just because you have a high perception person with you normally.
Yeah,
You'll also get more health.
that too. Yeah. Alright, I'll do a con.
A con.
Good man.
All right.
Alright, so what do I do? Do I go to
I've already added
modifier?
it. I've
You've already added
for
it?
you. Just refresh your page. You now have 16 to Constitution. Congratulations.
And I have 103 health, God!
Yeah, your hit point
Hey.
maximum is over 100.
Woo!
He's a big boy now. He's a tanky man.
While I was cooking the fish, I suddenly got 2 inches taller.
Yeah, you're kind of like cooking. You're like, huh? My chest is bigger. You're like,
Neat!
Dude, I have one more pack in my 6-pack.
yeah.
Dude,
Dude.
let's go.
Oh.
Hell yeah. I'm also
Walk
excited
right
about
up.
the chef's treats. Cedric, I'm going to give you so many chef treats, it's not even going to be funny.
Does that mean I can heal?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
A creature can use a bonus action to eat one of these to gain 4 temporary hit points. So I can just give you 8 of them, and you can just keep eating them.
Thank you.
I like this. This is nice.
So I will say at this point, you finish up your fish that you've cooked up for your new friend on board. Eventually, you make your way over to the engineer room again with the meal in hand, and you see Bayhorn kind of like sitting with like his legs out, and he's just like tapping the floor as Finnegan's just there like talking to him.
I say again, what are you doing?
Can I attempt another animal handling check?
You can do so. It'll be harder this time.
Dang. I'm not giving you any treats.
I rolled a natural
Sorry.
20.
Oh
There's
my.
no shot.
Really?
Really?
I rolled a natural
That's
20.
it, guys. I'm heading out.
All right, give me 1 second.
I'll see you guys next Saturday.
I'll see you next.
No, tomorrow. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, we're playing tomorrow. I forgot about that.
We are playing tomorrow. If we're
Heck
having a
yeah.
short session tonight, we're gonna play tomorrow to make up for it.
Let's go. I have so many things I can do whenever I look in my features and traits. I have so many options.
Dude,
Dang.
make me grilled cheeses, bro. Wait, can you canonically make me breakfast tacos? Please, please,
You-
please,
you-
please, please, please.
Yes.
Oh, dude, tomorrow Shelby and I are having chorizo tacos with the egg inside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Chorizo tacos with egg inside?
Yeah, so it's gonna be a chorizo laid on the edge of on our tortilla, and we're gonna fry that and let it fry up. While that's frying, we're gonna cook eggs over easy on the side, and then we're gonna flip over the tortilla with the chorizo. We're gonna put the egg on top, and we're gonna bend it and fold it and pop the egg yolk inside and eat it like a taco.
That sounds good as fuck.
I
Mhm.
saw it on
Bet.
Twitter by the whitest. I saw it on Instagram, filmed by the whitest man alive, who said tortilla, chorizo.
Tortilla chorizo?
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
but I'm like, he makes it like he says it terribly, but I'm like, damn, he's got a good idea.
Chorizo, tortilla.
Bayhorn,
When his
as
answer is
you
correct, but his method is shit.
as you do a tapping on the floor, and when Fukler walks up with the food, you see what looks to be like the head of this like rainbow-like kaleidoscope skinned and scaled dragon kind of pop its head out from the egg.
Bayhorn didn't think this far ahead, so he's gonna keep doing it in a friendly manner and like beckon him over to me.
You kind of like see it sniff the air, and you see its like eyes like kind of like widen and look straight at Fukler as well.
You want some of this, buddy?
Bayhorn will
You-
point to Fukler and be like, "Go, there's food." Like as
You
if he's talking to a baby, like a baby child, like a baby or like a baby animal.
You see it kind of like slither out a little bit.
Is it serpentine in nature?
It's kind of serpentine in nature at
It's
first.
like- I was gonna say, is it like Chinese dragon type thing? Like really long?
Dragon.
Like it's an actual thing,
yeah.
Cedric.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like not Western dragon. Different dragons. Two different
Yeah.
styles.
Though I think those are more classified as worms.
What?
Chinese
Western dragons? Chinese dragons? Yeah, because
yeah, I would say they're more classified as worms.
Worms.
they
Worms.
they remind me of wyverns from Terraria.
Oh yeah,
You
when we spent
know?
Terraria.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Well, you said you wanted to play Terraria after
Final Fantasy.
Final
And the
Fantasy.
update hasn't come out for Terraria yet, so we're still waiting. We're still waiting.
Still waiting.
Anyways, who
So-
does he go to? Does he go to the natural 20 rogue who's babying him like a small child?
Or the person who's holding food.
Because I did helpfully, like, if he wanted to, like, he could go to the food. I pointed to Fukler and be like, "Hey, you want some food?"
I'm
kinda
wondering
like-
how Finnegan's taking this.
Finnegan's just kind of watching, like, with his mouth agape, and he kind of, like, just takes a step back. And you see that the dragon kind of, like, bumbles its way out of the egg, and it starts to, like, grow within the crystalline. And you start to see it. At first, it was like a whelpling. It was probably, like, 3 by 3 feet, about Bubbles' size.
Yeah.
Then it starts to grow more and more until it's, like, 7 by 7 feet.
Okay.
And then it like crawls its way underneath the crystalline, but not damaging it. It just like phases through it, and it slowly like waddles its way over to like kind of next to Bayhorn, not in front of him, but next to him. And he kind of looks up at him with anticipation and looks over at the food and starts sniffing the air with his snout. And you see that the head is far too big to be what is supposed to be on this dragon's body, as the dragon's body is like more smaller now that he's kind of like slunched down onto the ground. You see his 2 arms kind of like rest on the front of him, and his wings are still developing, but you see like the wings are kind of have like this mycelite on them as they're still growing in. And this is what I'll show you. This is the picture. Let me send it here. Upload a file. Pictures. Baby drag.
Let me see. Little baby.
Sure.
Bayhorn will like glance at Fukler and like kind of like with one of his hands like gesture like, "Can I have one of the like a little bit of the food?" Because I think he's a little more interested in the one who coaxed him out of the egg than the. Don't worry, Fukler. I'm not gonna steal your dragon. I'm gonna try and lead him over. This is your hard work culminating into this.
Alright. Let's see how he likes the cooked stuff first. I'm gonna hand you the cooked fish.
Bayhorn will catch it and kind of like let the dragon like sniff it.
He sniffs it. You
Does
see
he
the
like
snout
it?
working. Eventually, you see it open its maw, and as soon as you see it open its maw, Bayhorn, you see flashes of like rainbow lights coming out of his mouth, like a kaleidoscope, and you see him bite onto the fish and just like tear it away from your hand.
I would like to have assumed that he tore away part of the fish
Yes, he did.
because it's cooked. It's a little softer.
Yeah.
Bayhorn's gonna now stand up and kind of like while he's focused on that, like very slowly, he's going to make his way over to Fukler
kind of like waving the fish, and like, hey, come here, buddy, come here.
You see him like he's kind of crawling a little bit, and like eventually he does get up on some of his legs and his hands, and he starts to crawl like on all fours towards you. And it sounds like a
I
slight pitter patter.
I know
I
what
love
you would
how
like.
he'll just drop the half of the cooked fish he still has in Fookler's hands and just kind of stand behind him.
You see, as you drop it, you see this dragon kind of like flex his wings a bit, so the wings start to like grow more in size, and you see his body starts to grow as well. He is now turned into a 10 by 10 foot. He is a large creature inside this engineering room. He is a big
Sorry,
creature, bigger than you
Big
guys.
boy.
And he just pounces onto the fish and he starts eating.
Oof. I've pocketed something special for him that I think he would like. I have a piece of, isn't it the rainbow trout or rainbow koi? One of the two?
The spellfin koi.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he would love this because he loves, well, he's loved eating the arcana when he was living in his egg. And he's apparently absolutely loving fish right now. So this, I think, appeals to both of his tastes.
Okay.
You're finna get him addicted to that shit.
Actually. Like, I think he would love a piece, at least having this as a treat, you know what I mean?
It's up to you.
I'm gonna-
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna pull it. It's like kind of a fourth of the fish. It's a quarter of a full, like a quarter of a side, if
Okay.
that makes sense. Like, I cut a fillet the fish in half, and then cut that fillet in half. So it's a little piece of it. Is he currently going ham on the
Oh, he's
rest of
going
the
ham.
fish?
He's going ham.
Okay, I'm gonna hold this above his head while he's going ham on the rest of the fish.
He's about like 75% way through it as he like notices you. Like you see his eyes like shoot upwards, kind of like a dog would when they're in the middle of eating their own food. And then he just stops, looks at you, and gives like a good like sniff with his own snout. And he kind of like head tilts his head like 45 degrees, kind of like in a curious manner. He then slowly gets up to the spellfin koi and just like you see him open his maw, and you have like a better like vision of like looking down into his mouth. The inside of his mouth is just a pure like wave of energy just flowing. Like you don't even see like where his throat like appears at and like where it goes in. Like you don't see like a gullet hole at all. But
That's kind
It's
of
just
scary.
space.
as he opens his mouth, he just bites into the spellfin koi and rips a chunk off of what you were holding up. And as he's like biting into it, you see like his like body starts to pulsate in all different colors of the rainbow. Because, as you know, the spellfin koi, when it's consumed, cause magical effects.
Yes.
So,
You just
Maybe
gave
I
a
didn't-
magical fish to a very powerful dragon.
Mm.
Who
I don't think I
who
thought
might
this through.
amplify the effects.
I don't know if I exactly thought this through. However, I'm
Mhm.
going to live with the consequences.
so, Preston, I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
have you roll on the wild magic surge table, please.
Oh, God.
Roll a d100 for me.
Oh, no. I swear if this dragon becomes God for a little bit, I'm
It
going
is
to...
God.
Dragon is God.
I know, but, like, becomes more God.
Can't be more God than God. God is
Yes,
God.
you can. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Roll a d100.
82.
82.
Uh-oh.
I don't like him laughing. Him laughing scares me.
All right. So, Fukler, you notice as he's eating the spellfin koi, his body has like that rainbowish effect. Suddenly, his body like quickly, like almost in an instant, from snout to talons to the edge of his tail turns a bright blue. And
My
you're
favorite
thinking,
color.
that's a little odd. And then you start to feel moisture in the air.
Finnegan.
Finnegan's like, that's not me. You all look up and you see like clouds.
Finnegan, you're a water
Caius-
mage, right? Please.
Kaiasaya, you also look up and you also see clouds in your room. And even Chakna's like, hun,
Yeah.
you didn't do that, right?
No, I'm not skilled with water-based magics.
And suddenly you also start to feel like humidity start to appear in your room.
She'll tap her badge and say, "Boys, what are you
Yes?
doing?"
Totally didn't give the dragon magical food.
I'm sorry, you gave the dragon magical food?
No. Maybe.
Why?
Curiosity?
As soon as you say curiosity, all of a sudden the clouds just start storming.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to like make it go away because I have a lightning dagger, right?
No.
Can I somehow channel all the storm clouds into?
It's not thunderstorm, it's just raining in the ship.
Finnegan, can you do something about the
Control the
rain?
water.
I look like a druid to you?
Yes,
You are
kind
water
of.
mage? It's close enough.
What are you on about? And you, Kaisai, you hear this like conversation and argument going on in your comm badge.
Captain, I did nothing. Fugler fed the dragon a spellfish koi. This is all Fugler.
I will take the fall on this one. However, I'm going to go down on record. It was an accident.
Did you accidentally bring the koi into...
I don't know, man. Look, the dragon seems to like food and magic. So what better thing to give it than magical food, okay? Look, it's a logical sequence of events that go on in someone's head.
However, magical food that you picked causes a magical random effect. Therefore,
Yeah, wild magic wasn't exactly the best choice, I'm gonna be honest.
and on top of that, because it's a Genesis dragon, it may amplify the effects of the magics given to it.
Which may be why you're also getting rained on, I presume.
Yes.
You don't happen to have a drainage system on the ship, do you?
No. It's a spaceship!
Shit.
You see you see this weird creature in front of you, kind of just like shake, kind of like a dog, and kind of like sits down like a dog and looks at you, Fugler. Even though it's kind of funny because this thing is 10 by 10 foot, it's considered a large creature.
I'm going to pet him on the head, or try to.
He kind of like bends his snout down, and you start petting him. As you start petting him, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
What do you mean? What? 16, do I pass?
You don't. What happens is that when you start petting the dragon, Bayhorn, and also Finnegan would notice this too. You see Fugler's scales. Underneath the scales turn slightly aquamarine as the crystalline blood that's been infused with them starts to react.
Oh.
Fugler, you start to have like a weird communion happening with this dragon.
Communion?
You see what looks to be stars, stardust, ancient space debris. You see dragons in the middle of the astral sea in flight. Some of them wingless because they don't need wings in the astral sea. They look just like snakes with dragon-like heads and arms as appendages. You see other dragons that have wings, but they have more of a crystalline wing structure in nature, more slimmer, more magnificent. you see two dragons with no wings that look more like lizard snakes floating through the sea, with two magical chains linking their necks together as they're intertwined in this bond and dance like a sequence as they fly through the astral sea together. And in the middle of your communion, Kayasaya, as you decide to take your astral starlight step, you don't just step from room to room. Suddenly, your starlight step turns into magical rainbow dust, and you immediately starlight step into the engineering room.
And so I'm getting more visions from the silly dragon.
As you are getting these visions, you see the dragons start to fly apart from each other. The dragons with no wings going one way. The dragons with these crystalline wings going the other.
You should ask Rowan about the dragon.
But you then see a dragon that has these crystalline wings fly closer into your vision. And you see another dragon, one with no wings, just flying through the space itself with its own intelligence, joined together as they have a magical dance around each other until several thousand years collectively flies past your mind, and suddenly, nestled within some sort of random asteroid, floating around a planet that you've never seen before, a planet filled with hues of red and purple.
Hues? Like
The color hues of red and purple.
Oh, hues. I thought you said cues. I was like, whoa.
Oh. Huh? No. The red and purplish hues of this planet you see nestled within one of the asteroids that is floating around it. The same egg that you've been carrying inside this astral ship this entire time. Before suddenly you're blocked and pushed back, and you see the dragon kind of stare at you, not with daggers or any ill intent, just more of it's done showing you stuff for now.
Well, you've been on quite the journey, haven't you? Ugh.
It kind of just lowers its head even more and then raises it up, so you're kind of have the notion that's like a nod.
Well, don't worry, big buddy. We're here to help you to get on to wherever you're supposed to go.
As soon as you say that, you notice that Kaisai is already behind you. Still, the rain's going, and you see the dragon kind of look over at Kaisaya. And Kaisai, you see the dragon kind of sitting at you. It then gets on all fours and put its head down into its own paws, I guess you could say, and looks at you with cute intent. It doesn't want you to be mad.
Can you turn the rain off?
Are we gonna have to bail water? Does this ship have a drainage system?
You've already asked that. No, it's an astral ship. It's a spaceship. It's supposed to be in space. Water.
Finnegan's like, I got it, and he just starts casting create destroy water. He's like, destroy. He's saying destroy in the ancient runage magic language, so he's just saying some weird languages, but to Kaisai you just hear destroy.
Thanks, Finnegan.
Finnegan, you're awesome. Remind me to buy you dinner later this week.
Buy me dinner? You're making me a personal dinner.
She'll look at the dragon and say, "This is not your fault at all. I hope the magic of the fish didn't hurt your tummy."
You see it kind of lift its head and turn its head again, in a weird curiosity. Doesn't look hurt. Looks fine.
To cook it a little more so the effects aren't as dramatic next time. Is it any bigger before and after I gave it the fish?
It's not bigger. It's just there now. You didn't really expect it to show up for a while, but it's now just here. You certainly didn't expect it to be this big after just hatching, either.
You are a big boy. Big ol' honkin' chunker.
You see it kind of yawn a bit. And after
Have you met?
eons,
Go back to lay down. It looks like you're a little tired after food. It's okay to
kind of
nap.
like turns around and listens to your like command, and it like it's weird. It like straight up runs and jumps into the crystalline, but as it jumps, its body shrinks into like a 3 by 3 foot creature, and then it slithers its way onto the top of the hole, and it just pops inside into the egg again, and it's gone.
I hope we've learned a lesson here today to not give a Genesis dragon magically enchanted random wild magic effect food.
That's not what I learned.
I thought it was fun.
If what I learned is do that outside next time, so it doesn't
Yes,
get water inside the ship.
let's take this magical Genesis dragon outside into a heavily populated city where
I
they
mean,
do
we
not
could have
even
done
know
it
this
out in the
thing
open ocean.
They don't even know this dragon exists right now, let alone there's a dragon in the city and they don't know that.
You know, I'm willing to bet Queen Aqua might know. I've got a feeling, a hunch, if you will. Fukler side-eyeing his arm. A little feeling.
And let's also hope she understands that this was a task given to us by Yatolt, and she doesn't interfere with our task of nurturing and protecting this dragon until it is ready to be on its own.
I'm gonna visit him after he's an adult. I'm gonna bring him fish and treats. But regardless, I'm going to try and protect this little guy with my life. Well, guy, gal, I'm not sure. Wherever it is a big old chunker, and I'm going to feed it and take care of it. Promise.
Please do not feed it magically enchanted fish.
I will feed it safe, magically enchanted fish. How about that? Stuff with less wild magic and more
Smack the shit out of my foot.
restoring magic? That would probably be better.
That would be better, that would be fine, but no random magical surges. But also do be careful because it is Genesis magic. We don't even fully understand this. We're not
Good.
sure of the effects that its magic would have on any other form of magic, because it might be able to manipulate it, not on purpose, to transmute into another form of magic.
I've been writing down some stuff of what it's been doing because I've been wanting to make sure I keep track of it. The egg itself, when we first put it into the crystalline, it greatly increased our magic's effect and capabilities, sometimes even making the spells go to the next tier of themselves. So lesser restoration went to greater, cure wounds went to greater cure wounds, so on and so forth.
My Starlight Step greatly
Your
increased
Starlight
in
Step.
distance.
And many more things. So Genesis magic seems to, so far,
Enhance.
yes, enhance and strengthen.
So far.
I'll have to do a bit more research. I'm sure Finnegan and me could devote a bit of time to at least trying some tests and seeing what's going on, per se. Actually, really curious.
Please do run by what you're going to test by me, so I make sure you don't blow up the ship or drown the ship. In case if, hopefully when we're done here, for now, on Arisire and we head into the Astral Sea, we can always stop off at an unpopulated asteroid for you to do your thing.
Yes. What do you think about that, Finnegan?
Destroy. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, destroy. He's just going back to destroying water.
There's water
As-
all over the ship. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It should stop within 10 minutes. I hope.
I feel really bad about that.
Yes, you should.
Mm.
He's
Um,
wasting his magic.
I don't know about wasting.
I don't know,
This
man.
didn't
We're making him.
necessarily
We're making him bail water magically.
Yes, he's removing water from the ship magically. Water that didn't have to appear if you didn't feed him the spell, the koi.
Look, you're making it sound like I did this on purpose. I
I
had
thought
been
you
doing-
also were saving the koi for Bubbles.
Bubbles ate an entire version of that. I am not saving that for him. I'm saving that for a special occasion. And since I've been getting better and better at cooking, fingers crossed, I can use it in a dish here coming soon. But curiosity got the better of me, and I was wondering what the dragon who eats magic and food would think of the magical food I brought him. This seems like I don't think I'm like too far fetched for thinking this.
You're not too far-fetched for thinking this, but you utilized wild magic instead of a lesser chaotic magic.
Yeah,
You
that's a
had the
good
right
point.
thought. Worrisome execution.
I agree. I have to go into town. Probably magical veggies is a good place to start.
Another good
Uh,
place to start is to, since it's basing its physical appearance on dragons, you could also try and learn what dragons themselves tend to eat.
Historically speaking, they eat livestock, stealing from farmers and whatnot. Uh, Preference? Not sure. Seems like that would vary depending on the dragon. So I say, since I don't know if this little guy's parents are going to be around anytime soon, I think I saw them in that hallucination he just gave me. Uh, Regardless, I didn't see them eating anything. I just saw them dancing around each other a lot. Uh, we should try and feed him different things. I'm willing to bet. See what he likes the most. See what he likes the least. He's a dragon, so he's probably going to be a carnivore, so he's probably not going to want any veggies. Or
Mm-hmm.
not near as many as he should eat. He's probably going to want gamey foods, if I had to guess.
Do my animal grenades count as food?
Possibly, yes.
If I could cut them up and cook them fast enough.
Just
Damn.
don't do that around Chakna.
Um, so, yeah, what I'm willing to... I should have saved a piece of holy beef for him.
God, no.
That would have been awesome. That...
That would have
Oh my...
been, that A could have been amazing or horrible.
Two ends of a spectrum there.
Legit, two ends of a spectrum. It could have been an amazing reaction. It probably could have helped accelerate his growth exponentially, or it could have had devastating effects.
Like breaking the planet in half.
Exactly. You,
That,
Fugler,
you know,
do you
mhm.
understand the deck of many things? You know of it?
uh, I know of it, and I know it's
Okay.
similar to this. Fukler
So
pulls out his bag of holding.
do you know how dangerous the deck of many things is?
Uh, in a sense, yes. I've heard it can do many horrible things, but I don't know exactly what it can do.
So it is rumored been studied upon that the deck of many things can make a man rich, give him the ability to have wishes, to increase their intelligence or increase their strength, do wonderful many things, but it also could completely, absolutely not only ruin their lives, but lives of others by completely bringing down a building or sending their soul into a complete oblivion pocket dimension that is almost impossible to get to.
Kieran.
Tyrion.
Exactly. So it also could just straight up just end someone's life right then and there to where no magics could restore them.
Also Kieran.
So you have to keep that sort of detriment in mind when dealing with new magics. This is a new magic for us to study. Yes, we need to study it, but please do be careful in your studies. But
I
also
promise.
keep in mind it looks to be sentient. It looks to have a mind and thought of its own. It looks to be its own person. Try and grab its consent before you do anything.
You think I am some sick psychopath? I'm not gonna.
Did you warn it about, hey, this is a magical fish that's enchanted with wild magic? Would you like to
You
eat
know,
this?
no. But
Eh, mm-hmm.
being that the dragon knows more about crystalline and magic than probably either of us do, just by being born, I would have figured it
Yes.
saw the arcana
What?
literally
It's
around the
also an
fish
infant.
Yes.
too.
It may have intelligence born with it, inherently genetically transferred from its parents, but also it is an infant. And on top of that, it's a sentient creature. There's a thing called consent.
I
Yes.
understand this, and I wasn't being expected to put. Well, I wasn't expected to being put on an ethics trial today. I just thought it could have manipulated the arcana from the fish on its own. I wasn't expecting it to amplify it. This is
Man,
a complete unknown for both of us.
It
So,
is. It is a complete unknown for both of us, which is why I'm cautioning you.
and I will
All
gladly say oopsie
steps.
daisy.
Good.
I'm gonna gladly take that oopsie daisy and try and find some other foods that it can actually use the arcana and weave from instead of the wild magic being amplified. That was not something I had predicted. So I'm gonna write that down. What
And
foods? Hmm?
when poor Finnegan here is done clearing the ship of water,
He already said he wanted me to make him food and or pay for a dinner. I owe the guy.
I was gonna say,
I've already
Yeah,
please,
you do.
apologized.
please do
Yeah,
save
I
the
know,
deck.
I know.
At this point in time, as you guys are speaking right now, the water has like stopped because the rain has stopped. Still a little bit cloudy inside.
Need a dehumidifier. Whew.
It's getting a little bit warm.
I will work on the environmental controls. Finnegan,
Finnegan, what do you want for dinner, buddy?
Uh, well, shit. I mean, that's a very good question. You know what? Just surprise me, but be nice about it.
Okay. I'm gonna consult Needle's old cookbook, so give me a minute.
All right. As
while
you
he
guys,
cooks you food, Finnegan, if you could go to my room and make sure poor Chakna's not drowning while he's recovering.
I'll take care of that.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
I will work on dehumidifying the ship.
Captain, what do you and Chakna want?
Something vegetarian.
Yes, I realize this, but vegetarian meals are always so hard to come up with.
Well, some
Hmm.
of our favorites that Needle made us was vegetable biryani. a vegetable yes, a vegetable lasagna.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I'm writing that down. I'll go ahead and cook that. That's a good one. I'm gonna take that and use it.
All right.
Nice.
As you guys discuss what you're about to do and the rest of the plans for the rest of the night, everyone makes their separate ways as Finnegan decides to clean up the rest of the ship. Kaisa works on the environmental controls. Bayhorn kind of just, what are you doing, Bayhorn?
I will go smith and then nap in.
Make the nap. Good time. And then Fugler decides to go make some dinner for everyone. We're going to call it here. We're going to have a short session today. We're going to pick this up tomorrow for the crew dinner after Fugler makes his first ever chef role tomorrow.
Ooh.
So that'll be
Ooh.
exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, as far as if no one else has anything to do, it's going to be high tide all the way until the ball.
So noon.
So thank you for playing. I appreciate you guys. Cedric, have fun.